Shall we have the Gacha cast? Yo, we all good to call? Sorry, had to delay a little bit. All right, cool. Yo.
Yo.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was.
What the fuck? That was so fucking dumb. Dude, yo, what up, Coach? Coach, I can't believe you don't like Zenless Zone Zero.
I played like more last night. I like it a little bit more.
No. You're supposed to hate it. That's why you're here.
I hate it. I hate it. I'm still hating it.
Good.
People told me that I had to play 20 hours, so I had to play 10 more.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Cool. I think we're waiting on maybe. I think that's everybody. Yo, what up, Pokey?
Yo, what up?
Yo, I thought you said you had no content today, man. I thought you had some great shit right there.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it. Thanks.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen that weren't asked for, but they still happen, unfortunately. It is what it is. All right. we're all y'all watching the streamer now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Locked in.
Cool. All right, cool. Well, let's move forward from that. Ugh, God, that was weird. Let's move forward from that. Does everybody have their webcams be able to turn on, possibly? Pog. Yo.
Yeah, give me a second.
What up?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
What up,
Yeah.
Yo.
Dude, Mr. Pokey, I don't know if you've been working out more, man, but when I first saw you tonight, and I'm not saying this shit to farm gay bait, chat, I think you look really good, man. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but you look really good.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Have you been working out more or no?
Bro's blushing.
The same, bro. Same amount, yeah.
How tall are you and how much you weigh?
186, 88 kilograms. 6'1", 88 kilograms. What's 88? I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I got no idea what the fuck that means. How much did you weigh when you started content creation?
I think I gained weight actually. I gained like 2 kilos or like
Of
4
muscle?
pounds. I don't know. But I gained weight.
I'm
for sure.
American. I don't know what kilos are, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
up?
fucking
like
sucks.
drugs
A
to me.
kilometer.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we're gonna keep this shit pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna give you guys the outline. You guys, I'm looking for disagreements. Absolutely. If someone says why they're saying something, you're more than welcome to debate them once they're done. Just be like, so why did you say this, or how do you feel this? It's all good. We're strictly talking about Zenless Zone Zero. If you want to use other games as comparisons when referencing Zenless Zone Zero, great, but this is a strictly Zenless Zone Zero podcast today. And then I'm going to get you guys to say how you feel. We're going to talk about everything. We're also going to have like points from chat. And also, if you say any opinion, just kind of explain, like if you say the game's bad, just say why you think the game's bad. Or if you think the game's good, say why the game's good. It should be pretty fucking simple. This shouldn't run too long at all. It should be pretty straightforward. And straw manning and red herrings are allowed, or are not allowed in this discussion. So no straw manning, no red herring, no manipulation.
Can you describe what straw manning is for the?
Is that like a
people who are
scarecrow?
unaware?
It's when a guy is
Bro,
really
we're not doing this
skinny.
again.
Yeah, no abuse. It's when a guy's really skinny and he looks like a straw. So that's
okay.
yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, cool.
Swayze.
Yeah. Okay. Great. You guys go to get into it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yo, Mugen,
What's up?
you good?
Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, man? Are you good?
I'm good. It is what it is.
Because he asked you guys down to do Gacha Cast. We were like, are you down to do
Yeah, no,
I was like,
I'm super down. I'm super down. Yeah.
I was like, man, it's not happening today, but I'm glad.
No. I won't let it happen. All right, so here we go. All right, I'm gonna do the intro real quick and then we'll get into it. Boys, welcome to Gacha Cast number, I don't know, what, it's like 13, 14, I'm not sure. Today we're doing a strictly Zenless Zone Zero podcast. I attempted to invite other creators with differing views about Zenless Zone Zero to come and speak about the game, even inviting someone who's pretty negative about it, so they've told me, which I'm pretty excited about. And yeah, just to kind of get a more complete opinion of why people are feeling the way that they're feeling, and we're just going to pretty much talk about ZZZ. Yeah, so we're going to go around here. Very simple. You can just say your name and then your view stance on Zenless Zone Zero. And the scale goes very positive, positive, neutral, negative, very negative. And we'll just start with Shinya.
Yo, so with Zenless Zone Zero, I am a true neutral. I'm pulling the old Mr. Poke here. I gave an overall about a 6 out of 10. I think the game has a lot of glaring issues, but I also think it is a very solid made game. The bones of the game are absolutely incredible, and I'm very excited to see where the game goes. Overall, the music, world design, and to a smaller extent, the character design is absolutely carrying the game. I think for a lot of people, the game wasn't necessarily meant for us.
Too much! You're saying too much! Okay, next.
Apologies.
We have Mugen. Just say overall opinion on the game and 1 to 10.
1 to 10, I'd say it would be around 6, 7.
Okay.
I'd say like more around maybe 7. Yeah.
Okay, and then your viewpoints on it, like positive, negative?
I do lean towards positive.
Okay.
But right now,
Okay.
of course, when we get more in depth, long term, there's a lot of stuff to go.
For sure. What level are you in Zenless Zone Zero?
I'm like level 21.
What level are you, Shinya?
25.
Okay. Yo, Mr. Pokey, level, viewpoint, stance.
They just don't play the game. I'm 29 and I'm free to play, by the way.
Wait,
Hey, take a shot. Take a shot. He said
you're free to play?
Yeah, I'm free to play. You guys know.
Bro,
I'm
I
free
got
to play.
addicted to arcade, man. I spent 3 hours in arcade. That's my fucking problem.
Yes,
I would have been
man.
32.
Snake is so fun. Snake
Dude.
is so fun.
Dude, it is fucking impossible to stream this game because every time I go live, some dumb shit happens, or my chat is just screaming how much they don't give a fuck.
Bro, you
It
just
is-
use the game for background music these days. That's how you fucking.
I know, dude. It's insane. All right. By the way, Fob, if you want to join the call, you're more than welcome to. If you do want to come join, you're more than welcome to come in. I see you in chat. Just at me multiple times if you want to join. Yeah, Mr. 1 to 10, positive, negative, neutral.
I'll give it like a 6 and a half to 7. Neutral.
Neutral.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep, neutral.
Kushball.
What up? What up? I'm level 21. I'd say like playing it the first day, I ended at like a 4. Now I'm at like a 4.5 maybe.
Okay.
What else you want to know?
Positive, negative, neutral.
Negative. Trying to be negative neutral, but it's hard. It's hard.
No, great. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that we have someone like you here. EO, how do you feel
Yo.
about the game?
Positive. We're giving it a number. I'd say it's like an 8, 8.5.
Not very positive, just positive.
There are some things that I want to figure out if I can kind of like cheese the system with or
Okay.
find an answer to. If I can find the answer, then it'll be very positive. If I
Okay.
can't find an answer, then it'll stay positive.
Who's behind you?
That's Moon.
Oh, okay, yo. All right, yo, Box. Opinions of the game?
Yeah. 5, bro. I think it's mid. Perfect definition of mid. So, 5 in the even scales.
Okay, and then positive, negative, neutral.
Honestly, leaning more towards negative,
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna just ask for anybody. Actually, I would like to start with EO because I want to give you this, EO. I think out of everybody here, I think you know the most about this game by far. And I think you've also done an incredible job with the content you've made on your new channel. Like, it's really fucking good. I like it. Yeah, and you express yourself very well. I don't want to dick suck you too much, but I have to
No,
counteract.
keep it going. Keep it going.
I
like
have
that.
to
I like
counteract for every single time I call you a fighting game player. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to know your complete thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero, positive and negatives, and take as much time as you want. Any thoughts in your head? If you ever want to circle back, you're more than welcome to. But right now, what are your complete thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero?
I feel like the game is, and it's harder to do that without comparing it to Weathering because I know it's like the hot
can.
topic right now. But
You're good. Go for it.
okay, cool. So then the same things that I said about Weathering whenever I was like, okay, Weathering has like great combat, great potential, but like here are the issues, right? Weathering had at that time, and even now, the open world in Weathering is just bad. Like the story is carrying it right now. It's a really good story. Open world, especially from coming from Genshin or anything like that perspective, If there's nothing to do in the world besides grind, then that's pretty much all you do. If I want to go grind, I'll play an MMO, and then at least I can grind and get rewarded versus playing RNG and, you know, maybe I'll get rewarded today, maybe I'll get rewarded next week. Do I spend money, something like that? Outside of that, when I mentioned all those things with weathering, I caught a lot of flack for it, right? People were saying, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. Weathering's not that great, blah, 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 blah. Combat's whatever. The big thing is always, why would I do that when I don't have to do that? What's the point of negative edging and weathering waves if the enemies can't get launched? Oh, you can't launch a boss character, so what's the point in doing launch combos or air combos? Little shit like that. So, and for anyone that's going to say like, oh, that's not the case, no one ever said that. I have an entire Twitter thread, 3 of them actually, on weathering waves with tons of people saying that. I've got 4 videos about weathering waves with tons of people saying that.
We're
So
nitpicking today, so you're more nitpick
all
all
right,
you
cool
want,
beans.
doesn't matter. Say whatever you want.
Cool beans. So all of that. Now we're in Zenless, and I'm saying very similar things, right? The combat in Zenless, I think, is untapped. I think with the, and especially if you guys have seen the Street Fighter Cross Zenless roundtable, the developers, they're friends. It was very clear that they're homies. They hang out all the time, and a lot of what is inspired in Zenless is from fighting games, in particular Street Fighter. So a lot of the things that are happening in Zenless, the combos that you're seeing people do, the tech, whatever it is, it's coming from fighting games. Like the reason that the gacha community is not, oh, it's just a mashy game, it's this, that, and the third, it's so easy. It's because you don't play fighting games. And I know, like, as a fighting game player, right? Like, but outside of that, it's really just.
Wait, you play
from the
fighting
fact
games?
that- hell yeah, bro! I just started yesterday.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But it really just comes from like, there's a different mentality, right? Gacha game players, from what I've learned, and I've been here for what, a few years now since Genshin. They want things handed to them. The way that we do calcs for the game, most of the community, they'll never know like, oh, what's the best set? What's the best weapon? What's the best? They don't go and figure that stuff out on their own. They don't want to go lab. That's what we call it over there in the FGC. They don't want to test things. They want it given to them, and that's just how they are. The same reason that Nicole has the hidden input, right? Like a 360 motion, and she'll pop the little orb or whatever, and it's a different command for it. So some of the community is like, what's the point in doing that? We can just use a regular skill. It's the same orb. And then smart people are like, that's not the same orb. It's completely different. There's different properties to it, and the game doesn't tell you that. Then you have the gacha community who's like, oh, well, they should tell you that. Why would they not tell you that? That's bad game design. My brother in Christ, fighting games have had hidden mechanics since the dawn of time. They have had hidden inputs since the dawn of time. It is a fight. It's inspired by fighting games. If I can't prove this any other way, like these are the main things that are proving that. A lot of the criticism about the game is coming from the gacha community, and I understand Zenless is a gacha game, but it is inspired by fighting games. Mr. Lee has said that 100 times, and he's been making that very clear. We're not a part of like the normal Hoyo space. He's even gone out of his way to have, I think, 4 different article interviews now, and in each of them he says that this is the first Hoyoverse developer interview that anyone has had publicly since Genshin Impact. You guys have not gotten anybody for Star Rail. You haven't gotten anybody for Honkai Impact. You haven't gotten anybody from anything else. I'm the first since Genshin Impact. And he made it very clear, whatever it is their teams are doing, I'm trying not to do that. He fought with Dway on giving us the Bang Boos for free. He fought with Dway on the weapon banner. He fought with Dway on the 50-50, just trying to make things more player accessible and still keep the livelihood or entertainment value of his game.
This is documented?
Yeah, it's all in the articles. There's like 3 or 4 different articles that he's already got. One's from IGN, I know that for a fact. The other is from I want to say Eurogamer has it, but I could be wrong on that. But there's like, if anybody wants to link them, they're there.
Yeah,
so
just because I'm very curious. If you ever have those, please link those. I have not seen that, and I really want to see that.
I got you.
That sounds very interesting.
I know my buddy Soul. If Soul's in chat, he usually keeps track of that stuff, so he'll probably be able to link it. But
well, who's Soul? Who?
Soul is his name.
Okay. Never mind. I thought you were talking about different guys.
There's another
Oh,
soul.
no.
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha.
So I'm curious about something. You mentioned that fighting game has had hidden tech that's not explained to players. Do we think that is a good thing to have in such a casual game such as ZZZ, and we should be making things more openly accessible to the casual player base? Because it exists. It's existed in FGC for a while, but is that a good thing though? I see that as a bad thing overall. Just because it exists elsewhere doesn't mean we should be praising it for being in this game.
All right, let me ask you why it would be a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a casual game, right? Like you want your game to appeal to
Well,
many
why would
people as
casuals
possible.
care if something like that exists?
Exactly.
Well, like things need to be explained in the games that you're playing, right?
Why?
Why?
No, because
Elden
if
Ring
a
doesn't
base
explain
level,
iframes to you.
yeah, if a base level already clears the game, you do not need to go further as a casual. So they don't care to go further and learn the higher level stuff.
I can see both sides here. I can see how one player might want anything that's able to be done in the game to be explained. And I also understand that if the corporation wants people to be able to beat the game at a base level skill and have players not worry about things they could be doing because they don't even know about them, I guess I can see both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
hey, mind if
I
I,
just-
mind if I button for a bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So me myself, I am also a fighting game player. I know.
Let's
insane.
go.
Yeah,
Just started
fuck yeah,
yesterday.
dude. Huh? Yeah, just started yesterday. I know, man. And I do find it kind of because I did read your tweets a little bit, and it just seemed like you're like comparing Zenless Zone Zero and fighting games, pretty closely. And I can't really see like too much of I can't really find too much of a comparison, like, because even though they do have, I guess, like combos and you can like juggle and stuff like that, the difference is very big because on Zenless, it's a single player game. You're just like juggling an NPC, whereas in fighting games, you get to like land them against actual players, and that feels 10 times more rewarding. Whereas in Zenless Zone Zero, when you land it on like I guess like an NPC, it's like the same level as like landing on like a training NPC or like a training dummy in the range or something.
It's like
And,
juggling a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me add into that real quick with the juggling part, right? Are we all familiar with Tekken?
Yeah.
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 Okay. No? All right. So Tekken is the game where I don't want my opponent to play the game. It's literally don't let your opponent play the game. That's really what it is. So in Tekken, my goal as a player is to punish you for your mistakes while also not allowing you to play the game. The easiest way to do that is to juggle you. Tekken is known for juggling. If you ever see anybody playing in a tournament or like a moderate player versus a casual, the casual will never touch the ground. The time they touch the ground, they get picked right back up into the air, and then you'll see like the big old KO screen or whatever, and you're done. So fighting games have predominantly had ways to dominate your opponent so that they can't play the game. Now, using this in Zenless, because it is a PvE, it's not a PvP, I feel like the same mentality applies, and I could even use this in Weathering. In fact, I did use it in Weathering, and the same thing that you're asking me now is pretty much what the community said, which isn't inherently a bad thing. It's more so just it's a different mentality, right? In Weathering, I could also juggle the enemies, the NPCs, the mini elites, whatever, and then have them off the ground. Now, there are advantages to this in a PvE game, meaning that if I don't have to worry about my enemy, my opponent, acting because they're stuck in the air, I don't take damage, which means I can do whatever I want. And then my goal is, as whoever I am, fighting game player or not, is to find a way to make them in that state for as long as possible. Now, casual players don't have to do that, right? Like you can just play the game however you want, and if you get the clear, you get the clear. But I think that's why having things that aren't told to you in the game is important, because now it allows me or anyone that wants to be like me, or is like me, that just kind of wants to explore and dig for stuff. What's a reason for me to keep playing this game?
So what's
big
some of the
reason-
hidden tech that's in Zenless Zone Zero?
So it's just more so wording. The one that I always mention is the Nicole stuff. I haven't gone through the roster yet. I'm still like working through videos right now. But I do know, for like instance, Nicole, right? Nicole has a thing with the back attacks. And so that's something that a lot of people just don't pay attention to. She recently got a buff, and even I didn't notice this until I happened to pull Nicole on one of the accounts. Nekomata. Nekomata got the buff. And so Nekomata has it's two or three moves that she has now, but they're all linked together. So they don't tell you how to get to these moves, but there's ways that you can kind of like cheat it so that you get to the move anyway. So there is the hold attack, which is where she kind of just dashes through you. That's important because it repositions you and it puts you behind the enemy so that you get the like 36% extra damage and the physical shred, whatever it is that you get from the back attack. So then you have the fourth or fifth ender to her basic attack, and you can choose like how you want to do it, right? You can either stop on 4 or stop on 5. Both of them still do the dash through thing. When you do the dash through thing, now there's a buff where it's a 33% chance that she'll keep repeating the pattern. And so 33% seems like pretty low, but in an action game, 33% is basically 100% until I hit it. Or right. So when you keep doing it, what ends up happening, one of the complaints that some of the theory crafters had about Nekomata during CBT 2 and 3 was that if enemies are spread out, she can't play the game. Now they found a way to mitigate that. I mean, that wasn't a problem then. It just came down to like skill issue, but now there's no more skill issue, right? It's literally just keep hitting the dash. She has the dash tech, which is basically a full screen dash. She's the only character in the game that has it. If an enemy is here and she's over here, there's a certain input that you can do. It's called plinking, which is just like you hit the input like 1, 2 immediately after the other, and she will go from point A to point B. Wherever the enemy is, she just zips towards them. And you can do this. Now you can do it in the combo and outside of the combo without a dash attack because of the change to her 4th and 5th hit. So now if enemy A, B, and C are spread out, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all get lined up, and then you do whatever you want. They get pulled together, huh?
All right. Wait. Can I just interject?
Anytime. Anybody can.
Wait, Loki. Okay. I feel like we're in a guide video for a second, but like, so okay. Before, well, one quick thing. Ellen actually has an instant teleport thing as well on her basic 3. It's actually kind of really good with her spinning kick. She could actually teleport to another mob. So like, that's there too. But like, my question, I was gonna interject way earlier, but I want to let you like explain the mechanic. So my thing with Wuthering and ZZZ both having these like hidden mechanics and just juggling stuff is it's so useless outside of content that actually is like meaningful. Like you can't juggle bosses. You can't. None of these trash mobs in ZZZ are really gonna be like they're killing. And the thing with Wuthering too, even if they introduced a mob, you could juggle that was a boss, right? The issue with that is whenever I watch these people doing these juggle combos, they are not min-maxing their intro concerto skills and maxing their energy. So their intro skills are on fucking 50-year cooldowns. They're never breaking the break bar at all. They're not doing anything, and their damage is pretty ass. So like it's cool, but like it's pointless.
Yeah.
So
if I could play devil's advocate,
you
know, just because it happened to me when I said this exact same thing 2 days ago on Twitter. Wuthering Waves has the most advanced combat out of any gacha game ever in all of existence in life. And it takes critical skill to be able to fight bosses. And if you cannot negative edge and juggle the enemy, then you cannot beat the boss. And you need to know how to do these things in order to play Jinshi and get her max damage. Not from me, from the community. I just wanted to play devil's advocate on that, bro. I completely agree with you. It's pointless combat to be able to do this stuff. It just looks cool, and we like to see it because it looks cool.
One thing.
Sorry,
wait,
you go.
One thing I just wanted to say really quickly is like this all sounds cool, but like when you just need to basic attack and hit E and then you can beat the game, like there's no need to find any of this stuff out, at least for me. So like this all sounds cool that this is in the game, but like I haven't found the need to do any of this. So
what
to me,
level are
the
you?
combat is just easy.
Wait, what level are you?
21.
Okay, you haven't gotten to the actual.
Wait, what are you?
I mean,
I'm
I've
26
played,
and I started a day late.
I've played like, I don't know, over 10 hours at this point. I think that's a lame argument to be like,
no,
just keep
it's not
playing.
that. It's
like,
not that. No, that's not the
it
argument.
should be good already. Imagine if Elden Ring sucked for the first 10 hours. Like, nobody would play it. Nobody
Imagine
would
if
MMOs...
Imagine if MMOs sucked for 200 hours. Nobody would play
I
it.
was about to say,
You do.
yeah,
You
MMOs
do
have
until
that.
you get the end
Exactly,
game. And
right.
that's the thing with these gacha games. Most of the
Exactly.
story content is snooze.
Wu
But then
had
once
the
you
same
get to their
issues.
like end game cycle, then it's fun.
Rua
Right?
had the same issue, and we were all holding out
Exactly.
for holograms, and it proved to
Yeah,
be fruitful,
holograms
but-
and Tower of Adversity. That was like.
But
now it's fun.
even from what I've seen, even like getting into the hollow like hard modes and stuff, like you still don't need to do all that. Yeah, it's cool to do, and yeah, you can maximize your efficiency, but you don't have to. You could just spam left click and E the entire time.
I don't believe that you can spam left click and E in the harder content and still clear at whatever we're considering the clear. So if we're using like Star Rail, which is like the 3-star clear, or in Wuthering they have a 3-star as well, you're not spamming left click and E, and not paying attention.
Even if you couldn't, the fact of the matter is everything is basically a target dummy in this game. We might as well just be fighting target dummies and maximizing our DPS.
That's also not true, but I'm hearing you.
Wait, yeah, I've maybe fought one enemy that's almost killed me. I'm only 25, 26. It got me to about 70% HP. What are the harder mobs?
Even if I wouldn't even look at a harder mob because they have different forms of the same bosses that are like in later on. They might be like double corrupted or they have a different element type. Some of them have new mechanics that I don't know when they introduced in the story, but some of them have different mechanics to where like if you don't have this element and you don't break it with this element, you just don't break the shield. So you can still do damage, but you won't get any of the anomaly crack, or you won't get the days pop off the same way that you would with the normal.
Sure, I think that's artificial difficulty by requiring certain characters to beat it. But I'm asking, like, what's a boss that has like a difficult mechanic? Because I think my problem is I'm too good at these games, and so I can't tell when things are difficult because I'm just too good.
I think every Gacha game.
Go ahead.
There's this one stage, ready commission level 30. There's this construction robot. It was pretty good.
Yeah, the one with the 4 arms, right, or the 4 legs, and it.
Yep, the spider construction.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
That
you're
was
going
the
to
one.
that thinking, huh?
Was that the Balog chapter?
Yeah, so in the story it's super easy,
Okay.
and like it's trying to teach you the mechanics of it, but because you're
Which
like if
there
you
are
were to
many.
just mash it, you'll never learn the mechanics. It's like if I went into a Dark Souls game and I just kept clicking left click with my sword, I might beat it eventually, but I never learned the actual mechanics. I don't know the timing when to parry, I don't know when to dodge, things like that.
Well, you just
so-
listen for the shing.
Every single attack has a shing. Though. Like that's
Sure,
the point.
but
Space!
if you notice at the bottom of your the bottom right corner, you have these assist points, and now we have way more than we did before. Before you only had like 3 or 4, and it was 3. Yeah, you had 3, and you had to manage it. They increased it, so now it's 6. So it's more lenient now, which is why a lot of people just don't pay attention to it. If you were to go in there thinking that you can just mash left click, and then let's say that you parried, you press spacebar every time you hear the cling, you will run out of parries on bosses like that because they're designed to drain your assist meter quickly. Instead of learning when to dodge, when to parry, like this, then basically paying attention, being aware. If you're not aware of what you're doing, i.e. not mashing, you're not going to beat that boss. That boss will wipe the shit out of you. And like it's designed in a way because it has 4 legs that attack and it has a crane. And so I think that boss is really cool because the legs spin one direction and the crane spins either in reverse or it spins really slow compared to the legs. So if you parry the legs, right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of them takes off 2 bars. Your entire assist meter's gone. And then you get hit.
dodge.
You can't spam dodge in between it because you need to. You can dodge it. You need to know when you're pressing dodge. If you spam dodge, you'll dodge one leg and then the other leg will hit you, and then because you got hit, the rest of them will hit you, and you'll be stuck in like a hit stun until it gets you out of it. You can parry all of them and then dodge.
When can players expect more complicated content? Yeah.
Wherever Fob is at this point, he's pretty much close to it. Like it's going through like all of the harder stuff. Like if you notice on your rally commissions or your combat commissions, they have the little difficulty emblem fire thing, right? And it'll be like easy, hard, challenging, whatever. And so you'll get to the maximum. When you get to the maximum, not only are enemies hitting you for a decent amount of HP, but they're attempting to punish you. And I also want to add on to the fact that we're in 1.0. There's no reason that anybody should be thinking 1.0 needs to be the equivalent of the final boss in Dark Souls or something like that. Like, that's
I
ridiculous
1,000,000%
to
agree
assume.
with you. I agree 100%. Because I'm attempting to be patient because I want to have someone be putting on display the harder difficulty that this game has to offer. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have like a Regs Lent type yet, where Regs Lent was able to showcase, hey, this content in Wuthering Waves is going to whoop your fucking ass. So I'm just giving it probably like a week. And I think in a week, people can probably expect to get to the end of the game for version 1.0. But yeah, I think the problem is it's just shrouded in mystery. I'm also of the mindset where I'm 1,000,000% I'm okay with this game being mindless and casual. I am. I love games like Dynasty Warriors where you just mash. I'm totally cool. I don't need this game to be hard for me to enjoy it. To be honest, it's kind of the same argument that you made, EO, where you said after a long game of fighting games, people just want a game to chill with, and I'm okay after playing Wuthering Waves and sweating my fucking dick off playing Hollow 6 Tempest Memphis, which I still haven't beat. I can go play Zenless Zone Zero. So shut the fuck up, Pokey, you little. I saw that shit, man. That's wild. But yeah, I want to go to somebody else real quick if we can, and I want to go over to you, Kush, because I know you're not a fan of this game, so I'm kind of curious on your complete opinion of Wuthering Waves, and yeah, just walk us through it, man. What do you like? What do you not like?
You mean ZZZ,
All right.
not Wuthering Waves.
ZZ, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Shinya.
Yeah, okay. I got a lot of points here. Feel free, anybody interject at any time. I'm happy to just talk about it, but I'll run through some. So to me, the combat's too easy. So far, like it's good that 20 hours in, you finally get a decent boss, it sounds like. But, I'm level 21. I feel like I've put a lot of time into the game. So far, the combat's extremely easy. I'm on challenge mode. Doesn't make it any harder. The bosses just have more HP, and you just got to hit them more. You can still get hit like.
Yeah, I think the challenge mode where they just increased HP was such a shit idea. And what they should have done is make the attacks do more damage and more frequent. Because
For
then
sure.
also, if they're doing more attacks and you dodge, then that can lead to doing more damage. I think that the challenge mode is very piss poor. But unfortunately, we live in a reality due to people who enjoy Destiny 2, which are just complete fucking retards, that more HP equals more difficulty. And it's just so cringe. That's just my opinion.
For sure, I agree. I'm also not a big fan of like the forced switching of characters. Like I like in Wuthering Waves how you can kind of time your switch at an opportune moment and it feels like you're in control versus this. It kind of feels like the game is telling you what to do and holding your hand here. So I don't like the forced switching, and also no jump button in like an action combat game is just kind of crazy to me.
True.
Moving on to character designs. So Ellen, I really liked Ellen when I first saw her. And then, like, in the lore, they, like, said she's in high school. So that was kind of confusing to me for obvious reasons. Piper also, I think, is very sus with some of her animations. Corin also, if you go to skills under agents, they do, like, an upskirt pose of Corin for some reason. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird, some of the things that they're doing with the characters.
While you're mentioning that, I might be getting one guide. I saw someone linked a Twitter post where they said that the lead graphic designer is some sort of like lol.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
no, I was just about to talk about that. Yeah,
Is that true? Like I haven't looked into it.
I don't
Well, it
think
seems
anyone's
like-
confirmed it, but
Okay.
Like,
you know, because to be fair though, a lot of mangaka are they're hentai artists first or doujinshi artists first, and then no one knows that because they go under completely different moniker, and then someone figures it out because they match styles.
For
Like,
example, Dr. Stone, the artist
Yeah.
of Dr. Stone, it started as a porn artist first.
Yeah, and then same thing with what's the name of that anime? Makin Ki. That guy, Takeda Hiromitsu is his name. That guy's a fucking baller when it comes to drawing women. But anyway, he started as a doujinshi artist, and he's still doing it to this day. Like, in fact, I think he's doing that instead of anime. So it is what it is. But a lot of them over there are like that. That's kind of how they do it.
It would make sense why there's so many kids in this game. Then.
I also think the reason why there's a lot of kids in the game is due to the fact that whether, we're all adults here, but we got to understand that kids also play this game and a lot of kids want to be represented. Now, that being said, it's kind of weird that there's only female children. But I would prefer the characters to not be fucking weird when I have to look at it. But that's also just a part of the culture that I accept when watching anime. I'm going to see some weird ass shit. I'll be real. I think Mushoku Tensei was great, but that shit is weird as fuck. And there's a lot of things where I'm like, hey man, check out this anime. It's really good, but excuse the pedophile shit. Because that's like, I'm sure you can think of so many anime like that. Even Dragon Ball Z has that shit. It's weird as fuck. And unfortunately, I think it's just a part of the culture over there that we
Isn't
will not
Genshin
get.
the same too? There's no like they're all females too, like the
You have
lolly
Hook, right?
characters.
Isn't Hook a boy?
Hook's a girl.
Hook's a girl.
Oh,
No, I mean Genshin, Star Rail. I think there's not a single Hoiverse game with like
I mean, I think the
kid
closest
who's a
thing in
guy.
Genshin is like Venti, but Venti's a fucking 9 million-year-old dragon boy, so I guess.
And he's a
Like,
femboy, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't.
it's
I
definitely
wouldn't
all in like
consider-
Hoiverse games, but it's most present in like Zenless, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like at some point, if they keep on like adding, I guess I want to say like weird characters like these, but I wouldn't even want to like associate myself with this game because same thing happened with like Blue Archive, where I remember when I was playing that game, dude. I was actually kind of having fun. Like I thought it was a pretty cool game. But I remember one time I clicked on a character's profile and they were like 17 years old, and then I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. And I clicked on every single character; they were all under 18. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And right there, I knew I had to fucking quit that game because I didn't want to be
Shit, bro,
associated
someone
with.
called Dr. Suspect.
Yeah, but what's
I
the name
think-
of that? What's the name of that chick with the blonde hair and the bunny suit fob?
Asuna.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
fine as
her?
she fine as fuck.
I think
Yeah,
to be
no.
fair, though,
She's like
There's
she's
a-
like 17 in
Yeah.
game.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
well if
difference
she's
between-
17 in game, I'm 17 in game.
Box, I
Okay,
do have
look
to
at
ask.
her, bro.
Box,
There's no way.
Box, I do have to ask.
Mhm.
As long as you're not sexualizing them and you're just enjoying the game for the
that-
content,
That is
why
does
does
true.
it matter what social media?
But,
Why do you
but what
let
if the
society
game is
pressure you?
sexualizing them?
No, that is
So-
true, but it like to some degree, doesn't it feel like it just I felt fucking weird playing it. You know what I'm saying?
it's only weird if
Like,
you
it-
make it weird though, because like I think that's the difference, right? I saw Ryuk make that tweet with Ellen, and so he mentioned something about her they're showing nipple or whatever or something like that. And to be fair, she's just not wearing a bra. Now I will admit, Ellen got me too. All right, that she
She's
should
fine as
not
fuck.
be doing. Yeah, she should not be doing what she's doing. The jiggle fix on Ellen in particular, pretty ridiculous for her to somehow be in high school. But outside of that, like without speaking on Ellen specifically, I have not seen any sexualization of anyone else in the game. I will say the maid thing that you mentioned, Kush, with Corin, and she's kind of bending over a little bit. To be fair, I get it. I'm not going to argue against that, but I'm also not in the same mindset that I'm like, that could make me like teeter towards Dr. Dis. You know what? Like it doesn't really make me feel some kind of way, you know?
It's just when I click the button, when I click the button for the first time, my reaction was, whoa, like what?
Yeah, I
you know,
thought
so
it was
I
weird
don't
as
like the
fuck,
game
too.
making me feel like that.
Bro, but at least
yeah.
they got females though, man. The females in this game are fucking
Oh,
insane.
dude, the women in this game,
Dude.
Rena.
Wait.
No,
No,
those two girls
Yeah,
at the VR center.
Exactly, that's what I was about to
Holy
say.
Shit,
Those
bro.
two NPCs are hotter than every playable
Dude,
game.
Gacha
Facts,
game.
facts,
Holy
facts.
shit,
Yeah.
man.
They are.
They're hot.
When I first
They're
saw them,
hot.
I
They're
took
not
a
Nicole.
picture.
What, bro? Nicole is literally vanilla
All she's
ice
got
cream.
is tits.
Great, bro.
Yeah, all
More
she's
for
got
me.
is tits.
More,
No,
yeah, exactly.
Nicole's
More for
perfect.
me,
That's the thing
man.
about Nicole.
I hope you're
my
ready,
God.
Nicole's perfect.
She's just
Nicole's
she's just
perfect.
how
So vanilla.
Nicole's
It's like you
perfect,
guys
bro.
unironically go to Hentai and look up vanilla as a tag.
What's
I
wrong
do.
with vanilla, man? Hey, listen,
I don't-
the best
Bob.
art's in vanilla.
boring.
No, the
where
fuck
you
it's not. No, the
start
fuck
and
it's
then
not.
you
It's
It's
an
go
NTR. It's an
further.
It's an
NTR. Fine, fine.
Yeah.
Sure. But that's more vanilla than the other shit on that website.
I guess now we're at a point where
yeah.
NTR is vanilla, huh? Like it's just common.
Kinda. Yeah.
I mean,
bro.
bro,
Yeah,
I'll
honestly, in
see,
Asia, NTR is super vanilla.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
does it.
You know
I
what?
love
You guys,
Tectone on Route
Americans
34,
have stepsisters. Asians have NTR, dude, or at least in
Yo,
Japan.
that's the best
That's
shit.
the thing, man.
That's the best shit right there.
All right, so I want to move forward. We get this conversation back on track. Mr.
Cool.
Pokey, a true neutral take. How are you feeling about Zenless Zone Zero right now? And Chris, I want to circle back to you later because you have anything negative to talk about. But yeah, I want to know real quick for you, Pokey. I want to ask you because you are neutral. You're the neutral guy. What are the things that you don't like about Zenless Zone Zero?
I think one of the very important take is I think players are saying that the game is too easy at the start, but then it will get a lot more challenging towards the end, especially like towards level 30, all that kind of stuff. But okay, I think one of the point is it the game's fault for making the game too easy for too long, or is it the player's fault for not having the patience to wait until that point? Because at this point, it's a gacha game, and I think at 2024, everybody wants instant gratification. They want to feel a game that is like impactful. So like, should it be on the owners of the developer to make a game that's like properly scaled, or is it on the owners of the player base to have the patience to wait until that point?
Can I add on to that with have we all played Persona 5, for
Yeah.
instance,
Yes.
like that specific?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
it's
didn't play it?
ass.
All
I
right,
have
so
not.
I'm gonna explain Persona 5 to you for like at least the first 10 to 20 hours of the game is easy as fuck. There's no difficulty in it at all, and
True.
it's mostly you watching the story happen and unfolding, being given all the textual information or whatever it is, a bunch of mumbo jumbo that you wouldn't understand, and then they explain it all to you later. You barely, I'm not gonna say barely get the gameplay because the gameplay is however long you decide to be in the dungeon. But people that optimize playing Persona, we crushed the dungeon in a day. The next 29 days of playing that game are you doing social rank experiments. So the same things that people are complaining about with Zenless and even Wuthering when it first came out, and that it's too easy or whatever the case may be, and like, oh, this is boring, this, that, and the third. You know, I'm only in combat for like 4 seconds. You just haven't played RPGs. Like, I don't think you've played enough JRPGs to be able to like think that way. At least modern day JRPGs. Older ones, I understand. Older ones, we were in combat immediately. I remember playing Final Fantasy 1 and 2. They immediately throw you into a fight, and if you lose, you don't progress in the game. You have to beat the fight. But in other games that are more modernized, like Persona 5, you're sitting there in Kamoshida, learning about Kamoshida, Dylan, whatever the fuck it is, being a Dr. Disra, you know, and then
Yeah, can I
that's
cut
what
in
your
whenever-
experience
yeah.
is. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go
Okay.
for Box.
Yeah, I think that's unfair to say because, well, Zenless Zone Zero has, how do you say, like competition, I guess, because there's other games out there like Withering Waves, whereas Persona, it doesn't really, you know, turn-based is
Persona
kind of
has
like that.
it has competition.
It does, but it's
Final
definitely.
Fantasy, Dragon
Oh
Quest.
no, for sure, no, but it's. I wouldn't say those are like that much similar.
No,
it's kind of like
they're
its own sphere,
it's
but- still.
still turn-based.
All right, sure,
All
but
of, yeah, all
but
of those are still turn-based.
So like Zenless Zone Zero, bro, like right now, currently, bro, there's so many, I guess like hack and slash gachas in the market. Well, not that much, but they're like very big competitors, which is Genshin Impact and Withering Waves. And if Zenless Zone Zero doesn't show something that's super promising within like the, because it has like less time, right? Because you understand, like there's again like other gacha games out there. They gotta show them. They gotta show them like very early onto the game that they have something else that's very unique, like outstandingly unique to the points where they can convert new players to play the game. But it
Also,
didn't, to me, I didn't really show, or it didn't really have anything that like that
Wait,
strong,
but,
I
like,
guess.
I
Like, that's
want
what-
why-
to point out that convert new players part just real quick, and then Fob, you can take over. The Zenless Zone Zero, 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 you can take who are we picking as the target
True.
audience for Zenless? Because like, are we looking at this from other Hoyo players? Like,
that's
oh yeah, the Genshin players need to be able to convert to Zenless. Starro players, Wuthering players can convert to Zenless. Or are we looking at specifically what the developer said? Like they openly said, we want fighting game players. Like this is inspired by fighting game. We want to be able to bridge the gap between both of these so that we can, the players that like this, that are already playing other gacha games, they come over here and find something they like. And then the players that don't play gacha games or they just don't have something they can play yet, they come over here and they gravitate towards this. Because just based off of, I don't even want to use the term credibility, facts or whatever, the fighting game players are playing Zenless. They're the ones that are freaking out about, you know, this, that, and the third. More fighting game players are like, oh shit, what's Zenless? Download it. And then they're playing it, they're getting to 25 and they're not complaining. They don't give a fuck if the combat's easy or not because they can do combos. Like they can find something to do. And so like that's cool to them. They don't care about a perfect rotation. What's the best gear set? They learn all that throughout playing the game and being a part of the community. Jay Wong was on the game the other day. He was having a blast with it, and he's one of the bigger fighting game players. So, like, who's the target audience that we really are saying needs to be into the game or not?
Okay, so I'm not saying this for like okay, so like you're saying that it's attracting like like the main reason why they made it is to like attract the fighting game players, right? Well, I'm
Right.
saying this as like a gacha game player myself, and I'm trying to like find my own opinion on it. And as a gacha game player, more than like a fighting game player, bro, I don't really like it that much. It's cool that they're appealing to like them, but me personally, I feel like they should be appealing to like gacha game players more, and that's why I feel like I don't really like the game because they're trying to appeal to fighting game players more than they're trying to appeal to us, right? And I am the I guess I'm more of a gacha game player again, so I don't, you know.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I really don't think they're trying to appeal to fighting game players that much. I really don't.
True,
You
that
know,
too,
like
to be
I'll be
honest,
real.
yeah.
Maximilian, this guy who keeps on being brought up as a counterpoint, is just like, bro, he was sponsored. Who cares? He was legit. He was sponsored to care about the game. Obviously, you're talking
Max
about the game.
but he likes it though. He was into Zenless before he got the sponsor.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you are expecting a sponsor and you want more sponsors, you're obviously going to talk positively about it on the brand. So I would rather have someone who wasn't sponsored weigh in on their opinion. But yeah, I wouldn't take the words of anybody who's paid to say something or with the promise of something to be paid in the future as seriously as someone who's not.
So if I found you someone that did that and they weren't sponsored, would you accept it?
I would take them more. But that being said, I'm not saying that fighting game players don't care. I'm just saying let's just chill out on referencing Maximilian. He was fucking sponsored. Who cares?
Okay, yeah, I've got a couple, but we can. I know Far wanted to say something earlier.
Yeah, I really think that a gacha game is more targeted towards gacha players because if it was a fighting game, I think they would have just made a fucking fighting game.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure.
on Box's like first point about like competition, I don't like that point of argument that a lot of people make. Is like, oh, what is the point of ZZZ? Why did they make this if like it isn't beating out the competition and whatever other games that are out? It's like, okay, by that argument that I guess developers should only make something if it's supposed to be better than everything else or like something complete. Like it could be a developer that literally just has a vision and wants to create something. So that's why they create ZZZ, right? Like they didn't have to create ZZ with like, okay, we have to beat Wuthering Waves, Azure Promelia, and this is why we're creating this game. That's not the point. Like most developers, artists, any creative create something because they want to create it, not because they want to beat everybody else, right? That's not the point. So I dislike that argument. Beyond that, right? With like the catering to the fighting game players, like honest question, would fighting game players play fighting games if it wasn't against other people? If it was just purely against NPCs forever?
No.
Well,
no way.
I don't think they're looking at attracting them to.
And this is
to
what this
make
is
it
my
PvP.
fear, right? I think
Yeah.
I think fighting game players will try the game. I think they'll last for like maybe a couple months max, and they'll drop it because there's no PvP.
Wait a
Like-
minute. Hold on. Fighting game players definitely. We're in the gachas. Like that's our off time, if you will. So, for instance, going to Evo all the time or every year. What are we playing up there? Nikkei. A lot of people play Nikkei. I got more people in the Brown Dust too. People are still playing Starro. It's like anything that they can casually open on their phone, you know, they're gonna play it. So it's like I think the difference is like they're obviously not gonna be the hardcore gacha players like we are, right? We're cracking on the game every day. We're giving hundreds of dollars to the company every week or anything like that. they're not going to be like that, but they are.
Yeah, but then at that point, I don't think that's fighting game players. I think those are just people who like
Yeah.
playing video games.
I think there's like multiple target audiences. There's
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
a fighting game. There's the Zoomers that like it's just a game made for like iPad kids kind of. It's like very bright, very loud, like it's very sensory overload. It kind of feels like you're at a rave. I think it's also made for like furries. Like, you know, I feel like there's a lot of target markets that are gacha gamers that are intersecting. And to me, I don't really care who it's made for. Like, I honestly could not care. What I care about is the fact that I've played the game for over 10 hours and it hasn't been enjoyable. And I think like the argument that like, no, it gets good at end game. You just got to be patient, get to end game. Okay, but how many people are going to stop playing before that? Like each hour that you have to play when the game isn't good still, more people are going to stop playing. So, like, it's all well and good that it gets good eventually, but how many people are ever going to get there to see it? Like, you can't tell people you got to play 20 hours. Just keep playing. It'll get good eventually. Like,
So
eventually,
I
I stop believing.
I have a genuine question for this. How many of you guys just enjoyed the game from the start?
I did.
Me.
I did.
Me.
I think we all
had
did,
fun
right?
with it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, I had fun with it.
Mhm.
Like,
The thing is,
I
like,
really
that's where the
don't
argument, like-
think the beginning was
when does it
truly
get
that bad.
good? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, get good in what sense? Like, there is the saying, and I do agree with it. Like, a game made for everyone is made for no one. Like, when you play Elden Ring,
True.
you know, you're gonna get your ass beat, right? And it's made for people who are gonna step up to the challenge. Like, it has its demographic, right? And with Xenoblade Zero, I feel like they already have Genshin, like an open world game, main competitor, Wuthering Waves. They have Star Rail, main competitor, whatever else you want in terms of turn based. And now you have this, and I feel like they're trying to target whatever they couldn't target with those other two. Like, yeah, one of them could be fighting game players, whatever. But I feel like that is a subcategory of people they're appealing to. I think the main category is someone that's looking for a more casual experience.
Yeah, I think
But I think
Xenoblade Zero didn't. I don't think Hoyoverse made Xenoblade Zero a non-fighting game to compete fighting games. I just don't think they did that. I think they're very specific with the way they market, hence why they do open world RPG, which is an open world RPG for Genshin Impact. And same thing when they're creating the new Animal Crossing game, and it's quite literally just this is the simulation game.
They're just trying to appeal to every demographic at this point with that Animal Crossing game as well. Like, I think they just want, I mean, it's Hoyoverse. They're making a universe of games that appeal to every demographic. And when it comes to this, I think it really is just a casual game. Right? It's meant to be casual. There is some challenge, I guess, in the end game, but for the most part, like, yeah, it's gonna be simpler. And there's a lot of people who don't like that because they were stepping into this thinking, oh man, I can't wait to see like another game step up combat like Wuthering Waves did. And it didn't. I mean, let's be real here.
If we weren't on the heels of Wuthering Waves, we wouldn't even be talking about how bad the combat is. Let's keep it up.
Absolutely.
It's not even in the same, like, it's like saying, yo, dude, Wuthering Waves is so much better than Star Rail. It's like, okay, in what sense? Like, they're not the same game. Xenoblade Zero, I don't think is trying to be Wuthering Waves. And it was.
I feel like they kind of sold it that way in the live stream. The amount of times they said satisfying combat, it's going to be so satisfying. It's going to be such satisfying combat.
I think it's satisfying.
It's
it
more satisfying than
good.
Genshin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think from listening to everybody, it feels like we're going in a circle, but not a healthy circle, if you will. Because if we started off with the target audience, so like the demographic, and then that evolved into, well, there is no demographic, and you know, like, a game for everyone is for no one, and then now we're right back to pretty much who would it be for? Like, okay, we're facing.
No, I mean, the demographics for casuals. No, just not for like specifically.
Sure, but
just
but
FGC.
casual. No. I'm not saying it's just FGC, and if I did say that earlier, that's my bad. But I think overall, right, casual is such a broad term. Like, anything could be casual. Like, my mom could be casual, but that doesn't mean she's into.
Yeah,
you know, like, it's too broad of a demographic.
I think it's great they didn't.
Only.
I think it's great they didn't make it casual or a game for the FGC because it'd be dead because nobody plays fighting games anymore.
That's crazy. Because
make it a comeback, bro. It's gonna make it
differently.
But anyways,
I think they make it for people that play on the phone and they don't care about anybody that plays on PC as well.
Agreed.
I think they just wanted to make a casual RPG. Which it sucks because the developers just completely misspoke and they were like, "Oh, in the interview, high-level combat," and it's like, bro, no.
Well, the only reason they said
that's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said a low entry barrier and then high skill ceiling. That is their goal for the combat.
Can anybody send me the article of where I read?
I sent you the video and you didn't watch it.
It's because it's
That
36
30
minutes.
minute video was with the developers.
36 minutes.
36 minutes is wild.
It's the developers
Bro,
themselves from their
let's
mouth.
be
They're
real.
I
telling you
can't
what
watch
the
a
game
30-minute
is.
video, but
Yeah,
can read
what?
a
Yeah.
50-page
You just
Word
argue with
document.
MTash for an
Yeah,
hour,
no, but,
bro. Like
well,
I know
it
you
was
can
2
watch
hours.
that.
But look,
video.
look, it says right here in the interview itself, I'm thinking the main experience in ZZZ is its combat.
Let's be real though. The only
Put it on
reason,
screen.
But
the
it's
only
on
reason
screen.
they
It's on
said-
screen. It's on
Okay,
screen.
let
See
me
it.
go. Let me go.
The main
The only
experience
reason-
in ZZZ is its combat. I just want to acknowledge that. And then
The only reason they saad that as developers is to hype up the crossover. That's it. Only reason why.
That you cannot prove that. That is
Yeah,
absolute
you can.
bullshit.
Sure,
There's no
sure,
way
you
you can
can.
prove that.
Sure,
So you
can.
can't say that. There's no way you can even say that.
Well, I could say it. I mean, it's a free contract.
You could, but then you're wrong, and then I would just say you're wrong.
It's
Well,
all
who
about the
knows?
TVs, baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
honest question. How many of you guys play gacha games for the gameplay or for the characters?
Characters.
I play for the characters.
Both.
The characters, yeah.
Yeah,
I do a mix of both. Because
I
like, what's the
got
point of having
into-
good characters if the
Full
gameplay
disclosure,
sucks?
I
Yeah,
play
it's-
gacha
I think
games to
this
learn
is-
about
this
the
is-
characters. That way I can jerk off of them better because I feel like I'm emotionally attached to them.
This,
Okay, he
this
plays
is,
as
Oh,
a
that's your holy parasocial.
this
man.
is why, like, I think there's so many people that have issues with ZZZ. It's because one of the main pulls for most gacha games are the characters, and I think most people aren't furries and lolicons. On
You are.
I'm a lolicon to the win.
Yo, cut that.
Right?
Well, it's not only character though. It's like gameplay is it's like 50-50. I misspoke.
No, I think in the
50-50.
gacha community it's like 70-30.
Yeah.
70%
Yeah,
characters.
overall,
I-
yeah.
I
Like
will
Nikigata's
say-
victory has crazy endgame, right? Like there's ass in Nikigata's victory, but like there's also crazy endgame. Otherwise, the game would have died already.
But Nikke overall is just a good, nice auto battling game as it is, and the story is really good too. So there's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
like
of
if you
different
want
aspects of it.
challenge, there's longevity too. I think like when we say casual for Zenless Zone Zero, it's not that broad because there's casual open world, there's casual non-open world. Like Genshin, even though it's casual and even though it's like at a certain point it's a literal visual novel, there is a lot of investment expected from the player in terms of like exploration, doing a bunch of events, doing a bunch of things. I think with Zenless Zone Zero, it's that, but on a more simple scale. Like you just have a little zone to explore, and of course, like half the gameplay is televisions. So there's a low
man.
barrier to combat and a
Mhm.
low barrier to investment. I think is the main
How
appeal.
long did it take Nikke to get to this like extravagant end game, if you don't mind me asking? Because I didn't play when it first came out. I played around Winter. Actually, Winter Rupee is around the time that it first came out, right? It was out for a few months or whenever
It was a
Winter
few
Rupee
months.
came out. Yeah, so
was a
I've been
few months,
playing. I've been playing since then, and that first little bit, that there was no extravagant end game. So like, how long did it take for them to get there? Because we're
Whenever
judging.
solo raids and union raids came out.
So that has to be what around the time.
After
Was that
after
Mordania?
Winter
After
Rupee.
Mordania? After? So yeah, around
No, before
Mordania.
Mordania. Before Mordania
her?
already came out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
before then. So a little bit after. That's what 5-6 months going deep, somewhere around there. We're judging Zenless off of the launch and comparing it to games that have been out for plenty of patches. I don't think that's fair.
That's why I'm positive about it. I think like longevity long term, I'm hoping that things will get better because there are positives but there are negatives too. I think one aspect that many people would love us to talk about in this Gacha cast is the elephant in the room, or I should say like the fucking
Don't talk about
mammoth
me
in the
like
room.
that. Don't talk about me like that.
Man, he thick as fuck, boy. Oh, yeah, the mammoth in the room is the fucking TVs, and I think
So
that's like I think that many people like the biggest.
I actually don't think that's the biggest
people with
problem.
the biggest criticism, the people with the biggest criticism for this game, I genuinely think are coming from the TV standpoint.
I
like
agree
the
with
TVs.
you.
I don't
agree.
like pointless TVs.
I think that is the biggest complaint that people have. The thing that I've
Yeah.
seen the most. However, Revis, I'm about to say something mega
Oh shit.
cringe.
Uh-huh.
Mega
He
He
cringe.
likes the TVs. He
Go
likes
for it,
it.
Is it about
The
boobs?
TVs are miserable at the start. I think they get better.
yes,
They do get better,
100%.
but they're still shit. They get
Yeah.
better, but they're still
I
shit.
won't even say
Absolutely.
they're shit. I think
my
they're
take.
just they're challenges that happen later on. Like after chapter 2 or like around chapter 2, they turn into challenges and you only have to do the challenge. Like after that, it's just combat all the way through. And you
Okay,
don't really have to
here's-
sit there in the TV forever. I think pointless TVs, those should have been removed a long time ago.
I agree.
But a TV system that like it's just like a mini game, right? I heard Tectone say it earlier in the stream. It's like the bird challenge in Starro or a puzzle in Genshin or whatever. That's pretty much all it is. So like everyone praises all these other games for doing these crazy ass challenges. Zenless has a different way of doing it, and all of a sudden it's shit. But it's like, nah, we just don't like that, or we don't like how often it is.
Okay, that's a fair point. But like the thing is, there were 3 CBTs in this game: CBT 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I think so many people that got into CBTs, their main concern was always the TVs, right? Because they were very reliant on them in CBT1, CBT2 as well. They did make a change from CBT2 to 3, where they did the fast forward thing, which I think makes it even more confusing, to be honest. It doesn't really do much. But I think like my criticism for CBT2, and it still is here, is the fact that they rely too much on TVs. It's not that it's inherently bad. It's just that they rely on it too much as a band-aid. Like that whole fast forward thing, it's a band-aid to an injury they caused.
True.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, bro, just get rid of the injury to begin with. I don't need no fucking half-ass band-aid. So
you have to
like
fast forward every time that you go into
Yeah.
combat.
You're asking to remove its identity. Literally, when you log into the fucking game, what is in front of you?
It's a television, I know, but
Yeah,
they rely too
but,
much
like,
on it because.
But like, what do you want them to do? Like, this is so. I fucking hate the TVs as well. I've been complaining about since CBT1. I fucking
I have
hate
examples.
It,
I can give you solutions.
Okay, but like, tell me your examples aren't gonna literally turn it into Honkai Impact.
Honkai Impact? I'm not sure about that. I think like
it's gonna either turn it into Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail, or
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go ahead, Mojin.
Here's the thing. Like, I think they rely too much on it. As I said, I don't think it's inherently bad. For example, Hollow Zero, I think the TVs are great. I think they should keep them in Hollow Zero. Like, great. Like, it's a simulated universe type game mode. It's cool to have TVs. But in the story, like at a certain point, you're like at an integral part of the story for the Nakamata arc, you're putting on civilians on a train in a time-sensitive mission because there's going to be a bomb that'll explode and kill all of them. You do that in the fucking TVs. Like, how hard is it to make like 3 instance levels where you defend from waves and you put them on the trains? Like, how hard is it to really do that with the budget they have and the fact that they already have the levels? Like, I wouldn't have complained about that. And I think it would have made the moment more impactful. But the fact that I'm playing WASD on a fucking television minigame, putting civilians on a train,
You can
saving their lives,
WASD?
Yeah, what do you mean? Wait, you're trolling.
He clicks.
Oh, I'm a clicker. I thought you had to click. Oh, I didn't know.
Oh my god! This guy plays MMOs and clicks.
No, I do not. I do not do that.
World of Warcraft mouse clicker, bro. Tell Asmund. But yeah, no.
Clicks the skills in League of Legends.
So like,
I think clicking is better. It's like faster.
yeah.
true.
I mean, it can be faster, yeah. But like the thing is, there's that, and there's also another part, like the Soldier 11 story. When you're doing that character arc, like you have to place 3 antennas in a military base. Was that really necessary to do in the TV? You could have done that also by walking, right? I feel like there are just moments that can be more impactful and would also appease people saying the story shit, where you could also do instance levels. It doesn't have to be fucking crazy detailed, but the TVs do take away from that, I think.
Yeah, it's a disconnect from the story that like
that's the thing. It's
immersion.
It's immersion breaking. It's immersion breaking.
Oh, it 100% is. 100%
agreed. So the reliance on it needs to decrease, but they don't need to take it out. As I said, Hollow Zero, keep the TVs, bro. It's fun. I don't mind like the whole slot. But in the main story, in important moments, you can do more, and that's why I'm hopeful that they can actually see that, make this differentiation in the next updates, because if they don't, like, they will eventually lose me as a player, because I'm not gonna do TVs when someone's about to fucking die and I need to save them, and I'm like, oh, let me just you collected coins. Like, I don't care.
I gotta stop the train.
Yeah, I gotta stop the train.
Get down.
Yeah,
I
just
agree
assume,
with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick, I do agree with you. I think that I also agree with Bob on that, because like they would have to physically rework the game, because the whole story is behind the whole like hacker, whatever, and the way they hack is going through the TV to help out in this other world, because everybody can't go into that ethereal space. So
well, not only have to rework it, but just recode the entire fucking game, right? Like, I'm sure the TV system is so integrated in how they actually coded the game behind the scenes. They would break a million things trying to rework it.
That's why I stopped bitching about it.
Yeah,
my take, literally have to recreate it.
Yeah, my take on ZZZ is the same thing I have for Genshin Impact. I fucking hate the combat of Genshin Impact. They're never going to change it. If you don't like the combat, just fucking quit. If you play Zenless Zone Zero, you want the TVs to be changed, they're not going to change, so just quit. And I think that's fine. I think it is fine if you quit a game and not play it if you don't enjoy something. That's what I think a healthy relationship is with games. But I think everyone should take this with a bit of seriousness. If Hoyoverse puts something in a game that you don't like, that's that frequent, maybe just quit the game and just not worry about it.
Yeah.
Accept that it's not for you, and that's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
I wish that was accepted in the community more often, dude. You don't know how many times I'm screaming that. Like, you don't have to play the game just because it's Hoyoverse or some bullshit.
People have literal Stockholm syndrome, and I know that's going to trigger Tectone with these games.
Brain rotted people in chat. There's some brain rotted people in chat that really compared Wuthering Waves rewriting story to having to recode an entire game.
This is why I call people idiots. Because they say they just say anything, bro. They just say stupid shit.
Yeah,
Oh man, they
they
could just do
gambled
this
on
in
it
the
a lot.
game.
They
Have you
gamble a
ever
lot on
coded
it.
in a game before? Have you designed a game? Oh well, no, but I think they could do this. All right, then shut the fuck up.
A
Like,
billion-dollar company, they can afford it. They're not just gonna
no,
burn money
it's
just
like
for the
fucking
sake of it.
stupid ass shit, bro. I'm like, bro, why do y'all say dumb shit with no fucking substance? Well,
Right.
because I think. All right, bro.
Do we actually have proof that Kuro reared the story? Yeah, that is a very prevalent thing, chat. That is a very prevalent thing. Yeah, that did
Just
happen.
look at CB. Just
Sorry,
look at the
just
difference
random
between.
guy in chat.
Yeah, just look at the differences in the
fucking-
CBT. What do you mean? Like
Yeah.
the entire first section of the game was different in CBT 1 and 2. Like what do
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
It's an entirely
Mr.
different
Barnyard.
thing.
I just want to call out Barnyard in your chat. You're a fucking idiot. I'm not. I don't think I'm right about everything. But if you can't prove me wrong, and then your basis on why I'm wrong is because you feel like it, or you're just spouting bullshit, then I'm not gonna listen to you. The problem with people arguing with me most of the time is that they say dumbass shit, and then they say dumbass shit with no evidence, no proof, no nothing. It's because I feel like it. And then when they're proven wrong, they're quiet. Oh,
Hey.
well, bad take EO, this, that, and the third, whatever. All right, bro.
Hey, that's what I said the other day. Then I got called an abuser. Okay, yeah. I
Hey,
think
man,
guys,
you know, you got to hold that.
yeah. If you say something, chat, you should expect for your opinion to be scrutinized, and you should expect to have to explain your opinions. Yo, Mr. Pokey, what do you think
100%.
about all this?
Oh, he's here.
Yeah. That's- I don't know, man. Well, I think TV is legit like not the main thing, because I think a lot of times it might just be like false expectations. People thought this was going to be a very combat heavy game, but then the combat is very easy at the start, and then there's a lot of like things that are not combat, like TV, all that kind of stuff. So we would end up quitting the game because it's not something that they expected. Maybe they thought it was Elden Ring, but they end up playing like a very dumbed down version like Genshin Impact. So yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why I
they
said I
told
don't think
us
TV is the main thing. Yeah. Sorry. go for it.
that article that Tectone has, if some, I think someone sent it to you, right? One of the IGN articles.
I haven't seen it.
And if you get the time to read it, in that article, it tells you, and I know I keep mentioning the inspirations, but it tells you exactly where he got what from. The world isn't designed around Persona, even though modern day we look at that. So it's like, oh, that's Persona. It's designed around Digimon world. The way that you go about the game, the Bang Boo system, the Bang Boos themselves, it's designed around Digimon world. The way that the combat system is influenced is designed around fighting games. The gacha system is designed around the previous gacha systems from Hoyoverse games. Everything has something that he's pulling from, then throwing it into the game. So there's a lot about the game, like Shibuya, the Shibuya spot in the game. Bar for bar, it looks just like Digimon Cyber Sleuth Shibuya. You can walk around, you can run around it. It has an interactive map, so cars move and go when they feel like it. Like there's a bunch of little shit in the game that makes it a good game to look at, a good game to experience and walk through.
You're saying that Zenless Zero's main hub reminds you of Digimon Cyber Sleuth?
Yeah,
Have you played Persona 4 Golden?
I have. That was one of my favorite games. It's not my favorite until 3 Reload.
It's my favorite as well. It reminds me a lot of the main world for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it was definitely heavily inspired by that.
See,
but I think,
that's.
My counterpoint. Oh, sorry, real quick. I'm slowing down super fast because everybody. Because
Oh, what are you saying?
What
the fuck was that?
I just thought really fast. I know.
Okay,
I don't know. Like, you guys talk way too fucking slowly. So I'm just gonna My point is, why would I need to give a fuck about like all these kind of references that they give our things? If I'm playing the game right now, and if I don't feel the enjoyment, I think that it's kind of blend. Why do I need to understand the references from other games in order for me to enjoy this game?
Oh, you don't.
It's an standalone game.
Yeah, I
you
don't.
stop playing the game.
I
You
don't
just
think
stop playing
that.
it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
it just
Hey,
gives you
you-
something a little extra.
Right.
It's like when you play Honkai
All
Star
right.
Rail. Like if you played Honkai Impact, you would get more enjoyment, but you don't need it.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Right.
bringing these things up as like more so a defense of like, this is why this thing exists in the game, not because I want people to play it and like you need to know Digimon to play. You know what I mean? But like if you just don't enjoy the game, it's totally fine to drop it. Like even with the people doing their whole full reviews, 10 hours, 20 hours, and they're still in the tutorial, whatever it is, if you don't like the game, just stop playing the game. That's cool. I also agree with Tectone though. Don't give me a full on here's my 10-hour review of the game and everything that I feel about the game, and this is absolute facts, and you haven't gotten out of chapter 0. Like, I don't care about your opinion at that point regarding everything past chapter 0. I'll hear what you have to say on chapter 0 in the early game. Anything beyond that, because you haven't experienced it. How can I take your opinion or anything like that, and you don't even have all of this to like play for yourself? It doesn't make any sense. It's the same reason we bitch at fucking IGN about when they play. Oh, we couldn't review Elden Ring because we can't get past the first boss. 3 out of 10. How the fuck did you give it a 3 out of 10? Because you have a skill issue. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
It is
that's
a
true.
very
I do see a lot of like people calling the entire game trash after like just like playing for 2 hours. Like they'll be like, yeah, I played for 2 hours and I quit. This whole game is like dog shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's the
2 out
thing.
of
That's
10.
what I tweeted about. It's like, bro, like you haven't even like just give it a bit more of a shot. Like,
So-
I don't know.
exactly.
So what's
I
the
feel like
cutoff?
that's a problem.
then?
So I
Yeah,
have.
I think that's a problem.
When are you allowed to have
Let
an
me
opinion?
speak.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, on release date,
You go
I've
for it.
seen people say that.
Pokey go, Pokey go, Pokey go.
Okay, I speak really fast, so I'm just gonna get it all right. I feel that a first impression about a game is they're all valid. Like, why should a player need to play? Like I think Tectone, why should I need to play all the way to the end game for me to enjoy the game if the first impression is still a valid impression? It's different from a first impression and the overall review of the game. So, for example, if IGN say this entire game sucks 3 out of 10, but they're only basing on first impression, that's on them. But if I am a content creator and I say first impression of this game is very boring, that is still a valid first impression. It is not talking about the whole game. So whether is the end game worth it, that's up to do you want to stick with it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm telling you right now, the first impression is this is the first impression, and that is a take.
100%.
For sure.
I
So
agree
for
with
what
that.
you're saying, because you directed this
It's
at me,
valid.
I think you're absolutely valid, right? Because you said the first 3 hours were boring to me. Absolutely, that's fucking fine. Just like when you drop an anime, it's like, the first 5 episodes fucking suck. Or fuck a One Piece too long, fuck it, right?
Yes.
But I feel like as content creators, when we're going to talk about the entirety of the game, let's see the entirety of the game before we judge the entirety of the game. Not playing it, but at least seeing a video of what the game has to offer before we let people know, like, hey, the whole game sucks when we haven't played the whole game. I just think it's important to fully review something before you review it. Also, I have a direct excerpt from the developers that I'm being requested to read, which is even more, this is from the developers. Even more surprisingly, Lee expressed a keen interest in finding ways to engage players who choose to take extended breaks from the game. When the players feel that they are not into this game anymore, they can let go of the product at any time. He explained, for me as a player, I would prefer to step away for a little bit than come back to find out, oh my gosh, I have so much new content to explore. It's like following a TV series, leaving for a while, then coming back to find out they have several dozen new episodes. It's not entirely clear how this approach will match with Hoyoverse's usual business model, but Lee seems eager to ensure that as many different kinds of players are catered to as possible, including those who dip in and out at ZZZ as the mood strikes them. The team will try their best for players who step away for a little bit already, and then when they come back, maybe the team will get some new ways to let them experience latest content without finishing some of the preconditioned missions. At least that is one suggestion. So yeah, so I think ZZ is being designed to where if you don't like it, that's fine, and if you want to play the content that you only enjoy, well then you can do that later on. Anyways,
Okay, wait,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
oh yeah, sorry.
That excerpt you just read, just like it feels like a nothing burger. That was literally just exactly what all gacha games are.
No,
Yeah,
but
no, I would
I
ask,
think
like,
I think
how-
it's important that he said that if you don't want to do this type of content, then you can skip it and go to it later. Because I do think this story doesn't have an overarching story at all, and it's a
but
bunch
that's
of
all,
mini stories.
all gacha games as well.
I
If
would
you don't
say
want to
that-
do this content, you can skip it and go do something else.
Yeah, but I think with Honkai Star Rail, you at least have to play through it. I'm thinking they're making like a video, because like, you know, when you go onto the store and they have the videotapes, I think that you're going, just assumption. I think that you're gonna have to choose the DVDs of like, oh, I want to do this mission, but you won't have to go through all of Bellabog to get to Zhanzhou Luofu, which is what I'm thinking they're doing.
They're
Wait, so
called
they haven't
VHS
done it yet?
consumer.
They haven't like added anything that like you can come back to the game and just like do.
Yeah, no, you can come back to it. You just can't
Okay.
like. I think what Tectone's saying is like, let's say that you
Skip
skipped
past.
out for like 4
Yeah.
months. Yeah, you would skip the stories that you didn't miss because you really want to watch or play through the brand new story because it's super hype and everyone's talking about it.
Well, the
You would
quality of
skip
life in
all
this
the
game's
stuff
really
that you
cool,
wouldn't do.
I
Like,
mean,
I
what
like
about
having-
the currency though? Did
That's a sacrifice, right? You
Hey,
can't,
spend your
you
money.
can't like get everything and
Yeah,
you
spend
don't
your
want
money,
to do
buddy.
it.
Stay
Yeah,
up,
like-
Like,
Hey
that's
up,
like the
Piggy.
main thing, is it not? Like for a gacha
Yeah,
game?
but I
Like,
mean,
you
like that's
can't-
kind of what I said it before too. Like you can't be a casual player and do casual things and expect premium results. Like if you don't want to put in the work to get something, you don't earn or deserve said work just because
True.
you want it.
You wouldn't expect to get Challenger at League of Legends if you played once every 3 months.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
wait, you
going back
can't?
to what you said, Kush.
Maybe
about,
you can. Maybe you're crazy. But you got to be insane.
The first impressions thing. You said when's the cutoff? I think the difference that's being stated now is that first impressions, like what you had, that's valid. First impressions, like what Hex had, that's valid. When it alters, when it changes, is like once that first impression becomes here's how I feel about the entire game, and this is my definite statement on the entire game and all aspects of the game from X amount of time that I've played, not in game or not mid game, anything like that. That's a difference. Like first impressions, cool. I don't know. Full reviews is what it feels like you guys are giving sometimes.
Yeah,
not
you
you
need to
specifically,
preface.
you know, but
You need to
yeah, like-
preface exactly like
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And this may be a crazy take. It's the same thing like when like you're doing like a sponsor, like an ad. You put it before, hey, this is an ad, this is a sponsor. Like, hey, I've only played 10 hours of the game. Here's my feedback on it. Shit like that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Io. I think that's valid. I think people should do that. You shouldn't review the whole game if you've only played 10 hours, but I think you can still review the game after you've played 10 hours, if that makes any sense.
You can give a first impression review.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I don't think 10
Exactly.
hours is a
You'll
first
combine
impression.
them.
Exactly. First
I don't think
impressions.
20 hours is a first impression. I feel like that's a respectable amount of time to play a game and
Maybe
expect
in
it
like
to be
a
good by
normal
then.
game, right? But like in a gacha game or an MMO, I feel like 20 hours is barely scratching the surface.
Like for
Agreed.
Star Rail, for example, like I was hooked. Like the first, like it was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. The game was good. Like I don't know why I have to play 20 hours and
Because it's about the genre
genre.
of the game. It's like, for example, if you were to play an MMO for 20 hours and then give a full review of the entire game, people would call you a retard.
World of Warcraft review, 20 hours.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you made it to Whale.
I'm level 15. I'm level 15. Let's go.
Level 15, bro.
These rare things, I don't give a fuck, man. But no,
Yeah.
I think also like part of the first impressions things, they're completely valid. I agree, but also like, especially as a content creator, right? Because you do have kind of a responsibility towards your viewers. When you say this game is shit and just quit, as opposed to saying my first impressions are that this game is shit, but we'll see, or maybe it's not for me. There's a difference. There's a difference in speech, and there's an overall like overarching kind of effect it has on the community.
Yeah, they don't word it that way, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
True. Cool. Yo, Kush, what else do you hate about this fucking game?
Damn.
I'll be honest. Okay, so the first 6 hours, like the first session I played like 6.5 hours. I didn't skip any story, and honestly, it was a slog. Like the second day, I didn't play. I didn't log on. I couldn't think of going back into the TVs and the comics and all the yapping. It's like 40% yapping, 40% TVs, and 20% combat.
True. I would say 10% combat.
And so
I want more combat.
So after
Yeah, same.
after taking the second day off and making a video saying I think I'm quitting, then I got a lot of comments being like, you haven't played enough. So then I got to level 21 and I skipped the story the entire way through that session, and that was way more enjoyable.
I have a question for you. Let's
I
say
think it's crazy. Oh, go ahead.
I got a couple things. I want to talk about story, so we're going to get in the story mindset. I want to talk about story after this. I want to talk to you specifically, Kush. If you weren't playing Zenless Zone Zero right now, as a gacha content creator who's trying to break out in the space, what would you be doing right now instead?
Probably just doing more Wuthering Waves, doing more Honkai Star Rail
You
stuff.
haven't beat it already?
Say it again?
You haven't beat all that already yet? Because I beat everything in Wuhan HSR in like 2 days.
Well, yesterday I fought that. What is it called? The Light Tiger, the level 20 the Light Tiger. That thing was so cool, man. And that was the other thing. I like fought that thing, and then the thought of going back to ZZZ after fighting that level 120 like Light Tiger was just like I don't know. It just seemed insane to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be playing Wua or the Elden Ring DLC too. I'm almost finished with that.
I forgot Elusive Realm came out. Apparently that came out 2 days ago. I have not done that. Have we done
Yeah,
that?
Elusive Realm.
Have we all done the Elusive
And
Realm?
10% Memphis.
Not yet, but I heard it's.
I haven't done the
amazing.
permanent mode for it now.
Okay.
I heard it's
I've done
way better
some.
than last season's.
I
I
need to
heard
try
it's
it.
got way better.
I need to try. And Hollow 6. I need to beat Hollow 6, but I'm free to play, okay? I'm
Take it
waiting.
out.
It's hard. It's
I
hard.
bet-
Did you pull Jinchi yet?
Yeah, I got her.
Oh yeah, man, you should be able to crush that then, no problem.
Oh, okay,
Best
great.
character
Okay,
in the game.
okay, I'll go crush it.
my personal issue with the story, and I really wish they would have took it a little bit more like less serious, a little bit more tongue in cheek. The fourth wall breaks and some of the way that they're just like taking themselves less seriously throughout the game feels infinitely better than this like super serious like plot where the world is ending, right? Like I think if they leaned into less serious story, people would have enjoyed it way more.
Yeah.
Because of the whole like with just the vibe of the universe, right? Like everything's like more, the colors are more poppy, everything's a little bit more laid back. I mean, if you guys have ever played like Jet Set Radio, if they like really like embrace like the full silliness of the world and the characters, it would have been way better.
Have you played the Soldier 11 quest?
Not yet, no.
Holy fuck, that was
'Cause-
boring.
But that one had like a lot of comedic aspects.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
did
dude
it?
that you meet is
Oh
Like,
fuck,
the-
man, I was snoozing.
like like you're meant to like trick this mole, and this mole's obsessed with Phaethon, so he's literally like giggling his ass off, saying, "Hey, can you give me an autograph, please?" Like he's absolutely fanboying over the whole thing. So it wasn't serious at all. And there's
I
also
literally
Billy.
played 10 minutes and then go into call.
I was talking to my best friend in the whole world, Mr. Pokey.
Yeah.
Wait, not Temtesh?
Makes sense.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Nah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
broke
yeah.
that, man.
But there's also
Unfortunately.
Billy, there's that
Oh.
aspect as well. Like, and dude, the intro scene of that game, like, that was so fucking funny. The reporter, fucking kill these fuckers, like, being
No,
censored.
he was swearing. I'm like,
that
yo, they
was
can do
so
that.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
That's
I
what
wanna
I
see
mean.
more
like,
of that. I wanna
yeah,
see more of that.
lean into that. It would have been way more enjoyable. That's why I was actually hooked at the start. Like
Mhm.
it was
Yes,
very
man.
serious, really silly. Like the guys came bumbling in and they were all fucking idiots, and it was just like I love that shit.
I think
No,
it's good in
yeah,
moderation though,
100%
for
agree, man.
sure. Like if they were to do it too much, I think it'd be outplayed or like overplayed. But I like because it's kind of like
sure.
comic books, right? Like
Mm.
Deadpool
Yeah.
breaks the fourth wall, but Wolverine doesn't or Rogue doesn't. But if Deadpool's in the comic panel, Deadpool still breaks the fourth wall. But he doesn't do it every panel, Like I feel like that's a pretty good. I would like more of it for sure, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
I
them to
agree.
overdo it.
But I do think it's there. Yeah, it is somewhat present.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there was I can't remember in the story, but like Billy like literally breaks the fourth wall, and they talk about like how if he dies, he sees the end credits, like shit like that. Like sprinkle a little bit more of that in throughout the
Hell
story.
yeah.
and
I
you
love
fix-
the and the EN dub is so good for this game, man.
Oh,
I would
so
even
good.
argue
Yeah.
it's the best one in the Hoyoverse games. It's so.
I don't
fucking
know.
deep.
I don't know
Yeah.
how they get such good fucking voice actors, and like it feels like nobody else in the industry can. Like,
Because they're not
sorry.
British. I'm just kidding.
I agree with that. Voice acting is peak. I'll give it that.
It really is really good. I mean,
Really
And the
they
music,
can-
I gotta say, music.
and the
probably
music
the
is
best.
Oh
top,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah. That's what I want to talk.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned the story, like the world aesthetic of the game is just, I think, is really good. Like if anything, and I didn't give a fuck about mashy combat or whatever. I think Zenless as a world aesthetic as a game, if this were something that I had to pay like $20-$30 for, whatever, that part I would fully enjoy. I'm a huge fan of Jet
Agreed.
Set, Digimon World,
Yep.
everything like that, and like they match a lot of things in the world, even just walking around it. The dog, Howl.
Oh my
She
god,
or
he's
he.
so
I don't know
cute.
if How's a boy or a girl, but they have the little nails
the
painted.
nails.
Yeah, and then when you walk up to it, the dog's just like, "Arr," and I'm like, yo, that's so
And
fucking cute.
He licks like the hamster water
Yes.
bottle. Oh, it's
I,
like
I
shit
do
like
like
that.
the world.
Yeah,
I
Poking
do
stop.
like it.
It's
I love the
nice.
incorporation of old technology, like with the new. It's really
Mhm.
cool, and the fact that it's explained with the hollow and stuff. It's I do love the world. Yeah.
I do wonder how many kids playing this game have no idea what the fuck a VHS is and why they keep talking about VHS.
True.
I'm very
Dude,
curious on that.
Oh my god, the amount of
VHS? Is
Dude,
porno?
True. Dude, the techno jargon the hackers talk about is just like, oh my
Mhm.
god, nobody cares, bro. It makes
No,
no
that's
fucking
so true,
sense.
man.
I do. It's very
So
it's very
annoying.
like Matrix-esque, right? Where like you have to
Mhm.
jack into the
Yeah.
hollow and you have an operator on the outside. I feel like that's
Jack
missing.
my HDD.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah.
missing on a lot of
Gripping now.
people.
It's just fucking boring, bro.
Boom.
That's it, man. Like,
Box, what are you into? If you don't mind me asking, like story wise, or even like
Story-wise?
media? Yeah, like different kind of
Bro,
media.
I remember
story.
the last time Tectone asked Box what his favorite game is, and he could not answer.
But that, wait,
Oh,
wait,
God.
you have an
my
answer.
brain was
Box.
fucking fried. I just play all
Yeah,
the
okay,
fun
bro.
games,
No, but hold on,
man.
hold on. Box, what's
Huh?
your
Yeah.
favorite game? You have to have an answer by now. It's been a month.
Persona 4 or 5.
Okay.
Pick
Okay,
one.
all right, that's a
Pick
very
one.
safe answer.
Fuck, man. 4.
Why?
That's the right choice. That is the
Huh?
right choice. P4G,
That's the
dude.
right choice, but why?
The cast is just better, man.
True.
That's it.
That's
Just
it.
the cast.
That's it, man. Yeah,
Dude,
just the cast.
true.
It carried.
Hey,
Okay.
I agree. Dude, Rise?
yeah, dude.
Oh man, she was
Oh
awesome.
no, fuck Rise though. The fuck.
What?
What?
Where all she does was go senpai, senpai. Oh fuck, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
man?
it was
Oh,
awesome.
Listen, Rise is not my favorite,
Oh,
but I'm
my
not gonna say
bad.
fuck Rise
My
either.
bad.
That's insane. What do you like, Chidori? What the fuck her name is? Chiori?
This motherfucker called her
Kanji, bro.
Chidori, bro.
She does. Sorry, she was saucy on the brain. I think say, dude, P4G's like trending where you get the snow vacation at the end was fucking awesome.
Oh, that shit was
Absolutely.
so cool.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was so
God.
fucking
my
good.
my favorites are the women and then Yukari. So
Actually, you know what? I want to do something wholesome here real quick. I want to ask some
Yeah.
just general questions. I want to get to know you guys better. Fob, what is your favorite game of all time?
The Nier series. I can't say game. I'd
Okay.
say Nier Replicant and Nier Automata.
Okay. What about you? What is your favorite game of all time? Street Fighter.
if he can say series, then I'm going with Persona. It's not Street Fighter. But if you ask me my favorite fighting game, 9 times out of 10 it would be something Street Fighter. But if I had to go with like a favorite game, then
Yeah.
it's between P4G and P3R.
Pick one.
But I can't. That's why I gotta say series. Because Reload, they fixed so much shit that was wrong with 3,
Yeah.
and it's just so good. Like 3,
Here, I'll
I
just
can't
say
wait
game.
for
So
5.
he can't say series either.
Yeah.
I'll just say Nier Replicant.
Okay. Yeah. Pick
Oh,
one.
fuck
Pick
you.
one. Pick one. Pick one.
God damn it. I'm probably gonna go with Reload. They
Do you think recency bias is coming into play?
No, but there's one thing that I wish they would have kept in a Reload that would have sealed the deal for me,
Yeah.
and it's Yukari being a bitch. I don't know what they changed, or rather, I don't know why they changed
No
it.
spoilers. No spoilers. No
but
spoilers. No spoilers.
No.
Yeah,
It's no
okay,
spoiler.
okay.
She's just not a bitch anymore. Like
Oh,
she used to
okay.
be a really cold bitch to Mitsuru,
Yeah.
and to everybody else on the team. And like a good thing about the like the social ranks, when you rank her out,
It's nicer.
she stops being a bitch. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
only to you and Mitsuru. But
Yeah.
then if you have a social rank with Mitsuru, she doesn't like Mitsuru because like you're her man. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, that's lit.
That's
but
cool
they
as
took
fuck.
it out. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I thought,
What
I
about
thought
you?
you just had like a kink, man. To be
What?
honest.
True. What about
Wait,
you?
what?
What about
I mean,
you,
I
Kush?
admitted that, but like that's not.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the
My
point.
bad.
What about you, Kush? What's your favorite game of all time?
Probably Dark Souls 3. Elden Ring's close, but Dark Souls 3 still wins.
Good choice.
Based.
Have you played DS1?
I have. It's also
Nice.
very good. I haven't played Dark Souls 2. Should I play it or not?
No.
No.
You're
It's
good. Yeah, you can
You're
pass.
good, man.
That's all right.
You're fine.
That's what I heard.
Did you play you mentioned Dark Souls 1, Artorias. How did you feel about that story? Did you like
Artorias
play
is
it
awesome.
or that story was so fucking good, man.
He's so sick.
Artorias,
I
the
like
dude with
the
the knife
boss a
giant
lot.
wolf.
This I don't know. I don't know much about the lore. It's so hard to
Dude,
follow.
dude.
You got to read all of the
No, you don't.
the
Just
items.
No,
go
no.
onto
The
YouTube.
DLC
Watch a
plays it out
YouTube
for you.
video. Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Vati video. Enjoy. He makes the
Okay.
best Souls
I'll check it
lore
out.
on the planet.
So good.
He's
Oh,
it's
so
incredible.
good.
He's incredible. What about you, Mr. Puggy? Your favorite game of all time?
A game I'll play for the rest of my life. League.
Oh my-
Best series.
Stop.
Monster
No, pick
Hunter.
another one. No, pick another one.
Best one game. Elden Ring. So these three. Yeah.
Okay.
Elden
Okay.
Ring.
All right.
Okay.
Well, how am I about to beat my Elden Ring playthrough before you though, Poke? There's a clip that
How
says
the
you'll.
fuck do you even-
There's a clip that says you will quit Elden Ring forever if I beat it before you.
There's no way.
Oh.
Yo, he's
I
gonna
was
be
saying.
on Elden Ring right now after
Yo,
this.
AI kind of crazy nowadays, don't you think? Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Yo, Mugen, favorite game of all time?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Interesting. I heard that game is good as fuck, dude. I'm feeling like a fucking weirdo with the shit I'm about to say, bro.
same.
He's gonna say
What-
work massage.
What about that's a great ass game. I've jerked off that shit so many times. What about you, Shinya? Number one game of all time.
Yeah, I'm going to be showing my age a little bit here, but Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
That's a good ass game, dude. I bet when you say that shit to girls on the
Nice.
internet, they come immediately.
dude.
Oh my
They don't
god,
even
he
know
likes
what it is.
Majora's. He's just like me. Oh my god. Insane. My number one game of all time, which is the reason why I really liked 4.8 Genshin Impact, is a
Here it is.
little known game.
It's getting big.
Pokemon.
Best, literally,
Not
literally,
Viva
best game of
Pinata.
all time. Viva Pinata, Trouble
Yeah,
in Paradise.
fucking do it.
It
No
is
shot.
the
No
best
shot.
game
No shot.
of.
No
There's
shot.
no other game like it.
Nah,
That
you're
legit,
trolling.
It is the best game of all time. Dude,
I'll pull it up on the 360
if
right now.
you
You're trolling. bro.
play it, bro, it is the fucking best game. You cannot be. There's no way to be sad while you play that game. You're just happy.
Okay.
And happy things
Well, that's
happen.
Cookie Run Kingdoms.
I quit.
Well, yeah,
No
the issue
way.
is he got mad playing PvP when people spend $10,000 and they beat him. So.
Okay, so here's the thing. So I spend $5,000 and I still get clapped. I'm good. And secondly, the problem with Cookie Run Kingdom is that you run out of time jumpers, and a game that takes you 2 minutes of dailies turns into a game that takes you 45 minutes of dailies. I'm good. I am good.
Holy.
One final question before we get things back on track. I think it's fun. It's a question I'd love to ask everybody on my hit podcast, Steak and Eggs. Make sure to go check that out, guys. Box. If you had a button, and whenever you pressed that button, it did one thing, what would that button do?
Damn, you gotta come back to me. I gotta think about that one.
Nah,
Dan.
bro, because then he's gonna
No,
come back
what
to
do you-
everybody.
Put me on the spot, bro. What am I
Think, pick, say it. Say it.
I don't even know what my favorite game is.
You know
bro,
what
last
it
time
would
you
do?
asked me. Bro,
Whenever
okay?
you press the button, it would make the decision for you. That's what
Bro,
it would
you
do.
just woke up.
All right, Fob, you go. But you press that button. What does it do?
Just randomly pops out a Chipotle double steak burrito bowl just on my desk.
What about you? What about you, Yo?
I want the ReZero like time loop effect thing, but I don't want the death part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Kush?
Just like, a button that whenever things are going wrong, you can just press it and everything's okay.
That's a really good fucking button.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
okay. Yo, Mr. Pug, what about you?
Get enough sleep. Boom.
That's a
sleep.
good ass button. Yep. That's nice. Mugen?
Full reset. Like
Damn.
reset.
Oh, like
Damn.
Like,
back
I mean,
to
emotional
1 year
reset.
old.
No,
or-
full emotional reset. Like,
Oh, okay.
like in terms
Oh.
of like, you could be happy, or you could be extremely sad. You do that, you're neutral, like Mr. Poke.
You want Clocky, right?
Okay,
You just want
okay.
Clocky
Yeah,
to
I
come out.
could
He
use
wants the
that.
clocky status.
You just lock in. You will have you
Neutral
just
button.
immediately.
Shinya, what would your button do?
So, mine would be go back in time 5 minutes.
Okay.
Why
Specifically
specifically 5 minutes?
So you can masturbate repeatedly.
But
yeah?
because
Okay.
I feel like 30 seconds to a minute is too short, and 5 minutes I feel like is just right.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would have a button to where if anybody else had a button, their button wouldn't do anything.
Bro, hater activities, man. This guy's a fucking.
Just to be a vile
What an
human
asshole.
being.
Let's be
Okay.
What an
real,
asshole.
man. You just come.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking- as soon as you asked that question, I was like, Tectone would say come. 100%.
Wait, no,
There's no way.
I think he wants a cum button, but he doesn't realize it's up his ass, and I don't think he'll ever get to it.
True. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Ew.
That's just called a vibrator.
So is there anything that's people are any of y'all can jump in? Is there anything?
Wait, Box hasn't said his answer, has he?
Oh yeah, Box, what would you
I even forgot, bro. If I press it, if I had a button, I'd press it, bro. I'd want it to turn Atsu and Envy into a good guy.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
crazy.
Truly
That's
hostile
crazy.
Box.
Everyone
I
get
love
it.
Then
it.
Tectone would press his
though,
button
that's
and he would
crazy.
make it invalid.
Yep,
true.
that's
No,
right.
listen.
That's right. No
crazy.
sir. No
Listen,
sir.
I
No
think that's
sir.
the lamest answer.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's crazy.
All right,
Your
so-
button's literally usable once.
Yeah, it's a pretty big. It's a
True.
pretty big effect, though. Ripple effects would be happening in perpetuity. All right. So, does anybody have anything about Zenless Zone Zero that's like pressing on their mind right now before I move on to a different topic? EO,
I don't know.
really?
Wait, everybody
I
should
kinda
just rate the game, like
Yeah, kinda like-
as they're experiencing it right now.
How
Has-
does your
think-
community feel about the game?
Mine?
Mine or
Anyone's,
Oh.
anyone's.
Okay, so
There's
why don't
50
we can
million
go-
pre-registers.
That's a
Doesn't
great
feel like
question.
it.
Let's 45 million pre-regis. So
Okay.
let's go for each person here. Box, how does your community feel about Zenless Zone Zero?
My community,
Yeah.
pretty bad. I think it's mostly because like the TVs and like the gameplay loops gets kind of boring, and I kind of like largely feel the same. I'm looking at them right now. I'd say decent, meh. I think it's just mid, to be honest.
Okay, what about you, Fal?
Most of my viewers fucking hate every gacha game I play. Genshin, HSR, ZZZ, WoWa, all of them. They just want me to play fucking variety. So they fucking hate it. But the ones that actually play, they're like, it's alright.
Okay, EO.
like 80-20 in a positive manner. Most
Good.
of my community is like
Very, very good.
really into it, and they like the little, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Like, how do you do that? Show me the input, that kind of stuff.
Do
I
you
think it's
play-
pretty cool.
What do you play it on? Do you play it on a gamepad?
Mostly my controller, or not sponsored, by the way, my brand new PlayStation Portal that I just bought specifically for Zenless.
Okay.
Or I
Shit.
play it on the fight stick. So whatever I'm feeling like or is already plugged up.
Okay. What about you,
You calling
Chris?
us poor, bro?
Yes.
Wait, what'd you say?
You calling us poor?
Nah,
The
I would
fuck?
never do that, man. I'm still looking for PlayStation to sponsor me or reimburse me. So it is what it is, right?
Okay, sure, man.
What about you, Chris? How's your community feel?
I'd say like pre-release, 90% of people were like feeling it. Now it's probably 50-50.
Okay. Mr. Pokey? Neutral?
Neutral.
I can't be neutral, bro.
I think at first it was worse. At the start of my stream, when I first the moment I first streamed Zenzo, it was so bad. There were so many haters because there was I think a couple of hours late. Yeah, but then over time it kind of got filtered. So now it's a little bit leaning towards the positive. Because I actually enjoy playing the game. So I think like the chat will kind of vibe with your own performance. Then yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mission?
Like 95% of my chat likes the game.
Oh,
Damn.
okay. That is
Good,
crazy.
Good.
That is insane. Okay, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. What about you, Shinya?
I'd say 80% sort of actively dislikes it. I don't want to say they hate it, but they are willing to give it a chance because I've been pretty, like, I lean a little bit more positive on it, so I'm, like, slowly converting them over. But, yeah, like 80-20.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like my chat, I'll be real, I feel like my chat fucking hates this game, and every single time I boot it up, I'm just physically unable to play because when somebody in my chat is bitching, I have to pull up their logs. Got to run them down. Got to talk about everything. Get everybody on the
Yeah,
same
they
page.
CC you the entire
Oh,
time.
I get stun locked the whole fucking stream,
Listen,
bro.
man, for what it's worth, I think your whole chat can agree that Zenless Zone Zero's background music is 10 out of 10.
Oh,
fuck
absolutely.
yeah, dude.
Oh, it's so, dude, the background music when me and MTash were having a great debate, man, that was awesome.
It was so good.
Like, holy fuck.
Bro, I
like
thought that was Epic 7 music for some reason for a little
Yeah.
bit.
I will say, dude, like the music in this game, it gets stuck in your head like really hard. Like I'm thinking about like
really good.
That Ellen guitar riff has
Yeah.
been in my
Oh,
mind for
Dude,
like
that Ellen
uh,
trailer was so good.
yeah,
So
that
good.
song was so good.
Dude,
the
fuck,
song the song you get when you pull the 5-star, the male or
No,
female
I hate
version.
that song.
It's always stuck in my head. It's always.
Nah,
It's
because
That
every
song is so
time the
cool.
female sings, I get Nekomata and I want to punch my monitor.
Yeah.
Every
fuck
time. Oh my god, I'm free to play by the way. I only heard it once, but yeah.
No, take a shot.
Oh, he's what? Wait,
Take
he's free to play?
I
There's
heard it
no
once.
fucking way, man.
Yeah, I'm free to play.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Take
question,
another-
question,
take another
Mr. If somebody in chat were to send you gems, would you spend them or no?
They already did.
Nah, I'm
no?
not.
Oh,
They
I
already
would.
did, but I'm not spending it.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Just
I did it for
I
Genshin.
would
I was free
spend
for Genshin. Then people start wailing me for Genshin. Then I did it. But for Zenless, even they give to me, I'm just gonna not do it. And now I just have my UIDs to be kind of same anymore. So yeah.
Wait, Taki, do you think you're not free to play?
I'm free to play in Zenless.
No, you're not.
Well, no.
Oh,
what
no.
did I say? I don't know what I just said. What I meant to say was I am not free to play in Zenless.
You said
Okay,
I'm free.
why
to
you
play.
just said you
said
are?
Yeah, sorry. Total misspeak. Total
Yeah,
misspeak.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
that guy was right. You are like Trump. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, true. Meant to say I am very not free to play in Zenless because I think 8,000 gems were put in my account and I already popped 5 of them, bro. Like I was like, hey, fuck it, bro, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Weak man.
Wuthering Waves, well, because like, dude, I get sent so much gems, and then people are like, oh, how'd you get those? You're not free to play. I'm like, I'm good. I'll just have Wuthering Waves be where I'm free to play, because then I can prove it, because people can't put shit on my account. But yeah, with Genshin, there's just no, or with Hoyo Tata, you just can't be free to play if you're a content creator. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be fucking irritating. I hate whenever I log on to free to play plus because they gave you the battle pass. Shit drives me fucking nuts, bro. The amount
I
of
should be
costs.
the only fucker getting praised, man. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
agree, man. I 100% agree. Yeah. So we've talked about the story, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Stories
touched
hit or
on it.
miss. Stories hit or miss. Combat, we feel like is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. There are some hardcore aspects that don't need to be utilized, but you could if you want to for fun. Have we talked in depth about the characters, which ones we like, which one we don't like? I think that actually sounds like a lot of fun. Which 3 are your favorite characters, and what is one character that you despise? And I would love to know with you, Box.
Oh, fuck. Hold on, I gotta pull it. I was just
Blood
pulling it up, man.
knows nothing.
Okay, but yeah, let's start with
Blood doesn't
Shinya.
even know he's in the podcast.
Let's
Be real fast, bro.
Let's start with
I just
Shinya.
woke up, dude.
Shinya, what are 3 characters that you like in this game, and what are 3 that you don't like?
So 3 that I like, absolutely love Ellen. She's 100% my favorite. I think she's absolutely fucking adorable, even if
Yep.
she is in high school. Grace, even though she refers to everything as a kid, she reminds me a lot of Dr. Disrespect.
Whoa.
Did you see the trailer when she says, I can't wait to see what's inside of this child?
Yes.
Oh
That
my
was an
God.
insane trailer. I was like, bro, what the fuck? What are they talking about? That
Yeah,
being
and
said,
like-
her voice lines are some of my favorite. Like when she says
Yeah.
commence demolition, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so adorable. Like she sounds
And,
so fucking out. Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So and my 3rd would be Rena. I think the Victoria housekeeping faction as
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole
Yeah,
is
100%.
fucking awesome. I love it. Least favorite, the Lycan, the wolf guy.
Whoa.
I guess I know he's
Hey.
very good, but
Furries, jump on him. It's Jover, dude. Don't
Yeah,
open
sorry.
Twitter today.
I
was
really,
saying-
I really don't think you have to be a furry to enjoy Lycan. I think his design is
Yeah, no, I
actually
know.
just cool. Like I think he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's some
I
non-furry women going feral, bro, just because of his
I
outfit.
just I disagree. I think
That's all good.
he's completely he's furry bait. He's at the end of the day, that's all he is.
Oh,
He's furry bait.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
He
just
is,
want
he is,
just
he
want
is.
to make sure we're all there.
Yeah.
And then I hate Piper. I hate Piper and what are the other Coletta? Coletta's
the
voice
chil-
drives me fucking nuts.
You don't like
Wait,
Coletta?
Colette,
Yeah,
okay,
her-
I don't
her
like her
voice.
gameplay.
Her
But
voice makes me
she's-
pissed.
Bro, nah, Colette is one of the coolest characters, like just concept and story wise.
I think
She's
she's
one of the coolest
awesome.
characters, man.
She's so
What-
cool.
Do you like her
She's-
voice?
she's-
No,
I
her
don't
voice
care
is
about
terrible.
her voice being whiny is
Exactly.
fine, but like
Yeah.
that doesn't matter to me because she's it's freaking fuck. What's the little kid's name? The dude from Gurren Lagann. She's the one with the drill in the suit in the mech.
Simone?
Like the whole scene. That's who
She's-
she is. I'm
Wait,
like,
she's
that's-
Simone?
yeah, and then fucking Anton is Kamina.
Kamina.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that whole instance, that whole team, the whole thing is based around Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I
that's
picked
why
up,
like
Yeah, I picked up Anton being Kamina immediately. I did not pick up on
Mhm.
Kaleda being Simone because I haven't
Yeah.
seen the story yet.
I don't know.
I fucking love Gurren Lagann. Yeah, but yeah, her voice is terrible, but her gameplay is super fun. I also think she looks awesome. I love when like the smaller characters have like big ass weapons. I think that's just
Hell
gangster
yeah.
fun. Although I wish she had a Gatling gun. I love smaller characters with a fucking Gatling gun. That shit is fucking so gangster.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you, Emergent? 3 characters you like, 3 characters you hate.
Nicole, Alexandrina, Grace. I
Wait.
love those 3
Oh,
characters.
you
oh
like?
yeah.
Thank
Oh,
God.
yeah. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. The
Most
biggest
normie
fucking-
take, insane.
the biggest melons, the biggest bahonkas, the biggest,
Uh-huh.
the biggest assets in the game, best personalities.
Yes, sir.
And like characters I dislike. Honestly, I don't have anyone in particular I dislike except for Vaughn. Not because he's a furry necessarily, well, partly, but also because in closed beta 3, I got him twice in 30 pulls, and that traumatized me. So let's just say that. But yeah, Nicole, Alexandrina, Grace, Jiggle till the end game, baby.
Yes, sir. Yep. What about you, Mr. Pokey?
Ellen, Corinne, Miyabi.
You like Korean?
Yeah.
You like?
Yeah,
Corin,
because you reminds me of
that's
Hui
cute.
Hui, Huo Huo from Stario. And
Do you like when
I
she
got-
bends over for you, Mr. Pokey?
Oh my fucking god. Okay, I legit think that people that look at these characters at this way there's something wrong with them. But
Wait,
Okay.
but
yeah,
her
this is-
pizza
okay.
cutter gameplay is pretty fun.
It's
Yeah.
actually called the Whirly Gig Saw. It's from Bloodborne, so that's what you should be calling it.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Which is the best Souls game, by the way. I would like to make that abundantly clear. That Bloodborne is the best.
I haven't gotten to play that one. No PlayStation.
That's a shame.
Bro, we need it on PC,
Yeah,
man.
I'll get
We need 60 FPS on
It'll,
PC.
it'll never happen. We're never
I
getting
bought
Bloodborne
a
on PC.
Probably not.
PS5 just to play Bloodborne, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you see that
fucking
that
good.
Bloodborne mod that Asmin was playing
Yep, I saw that shit.
for Elden Ring?
Of course,
that shit
yeah.
looked cool.
Yeah, no, it's dope as fuck. Yeah, 3 characters you don't like, Mr. Pokey?
Oh shit, I didn't I don't like anyone. I wish Soldier 11 they removed her skirt. I think it was it's kind of like it makes more sense from a combat perspective because she's very agile and mobile and just flies off. She's like Riven. What is broken can be reinforced. So the skirt doesn't make a lot of sense. Like it's better to be more streamlined and just wear a bodysuit. There's that.
Just have panties. It's better, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that if they made Nico, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Nico Mata's. There's this like the companion mission, the Nico Mata mission. There's this art of Nico. Oh my god, it's so good. And I wish that was Nico Mata, but it was not. So I'm very
She's showing
disappointed.
her feet.
No, what the fuck? No, there was this art. Like it's like she was like Ting like a full-grown woman with like
The
cat
one
ears,
where
but then,
she's it's like catnip or something in front of her, and then the other cats, and then she's kind of like hunched over, looking back at the camera. No, that's not the
What
one
are
you're talking about. Okay.
what? You say?
there's
No,
a-
it's
there's
like an art.
Yeah,
It's
it's an
art.
artist. There's an artist that drew a Nikomata, and then it's a
It's
really
in-game.
good
It's
art
an in-game
piece.
art.
Oh,
It's an
okay,
in-game
never
art.
mind then. No. I was thinking like an
Yeah.
actual artist. Yeah.
You're talking about her story,
in-game
like
art.
the cover of her story, like the VHS.
Yeah, the cover of the
Okay,
story.
okay.
Yeah, she's like a full-grown woman with like abobas, and like that would have been great. But it is what it is. So I'm very disappointed. Then yeah, I don't really like Piper because I don't know why she's like but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I really think they should take Nicole, and I think they should take Ellen, and I think they should take Rena and Grace, and they should reskin Neko Mata's alt with them in it instead. And I think that would make sales for the characters just fucking skyrocket, bro.
Oh, you know someone's
Yeah.
gonna do it. Someone's gonna do it
Mhm.
outside
You
of
know,
it.
Bleach. There's this like cat woman from Bleach. Oh my god, that would be so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's her
Yoruichi?
name?
Yorichi.
Yoruichi.
Yorichi.
That is so base, bro.
my
I fucking
God.
love Yoruichi,
Bro,
man. Holy
she is-
fuck.
What about
I
you,
would pull
Kush?
for her
She's
1,000 times.
3
Yes,
characters
yeah,
like,
yeah.
3 characters you don't like.
3 characters I like: Grace, Rena, and Bertha.
Who the fuck is Bertha?
What?
Yeah, wait.
She's
The girl from the
She's
HIA.
the redhead.
Oh, okay. Yep.
For the VR, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for the VR.
Oh,
Playable
three,
one.
yeah, true. 3 characters I don't like: Piper, Corin are benched. Also, I just don't like the bear. I don't know why.
You don't
But I
like
don't
Big
like-
Gay Bear?
I don't like him.
Boba certified insane. He's
Really?
gay.
Yeah, no, he's got to be gay. Look at him, he's a big old bear. Like,
He's got
so here's the thing you gotta understand. So in China, right, you're not allowed to talk about being gay, right? But in American culture, they're using gay signaling to let you know that he is gay because what you call gay people that are big in America are bears, right? So he's gay coded, right?
Yep.
So
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I-
bro. Please
Yeah.
don't ever use that
No,
sentence
no, he's
again.
gay
Don't-
coded, right? And the
Yeah, he's
developers
so gay-coded.
want us all to acknowledge that, but they can't say it themselves. But yeah, he's gay coded. Yeah, what do you think, EO?
Oh my god.
I think so. My 3, Nicole's number 1, Ellen's number 2, Grace is number 3. That would be my 3.
Yep.
Nicole fits like every type that I'm into, so it is
Yes,
what
you
it is.
do. Yep.
The ones that I don't like,
Wait,
Ben,
is Nicole good?
like character wise,
Like meta wise?
I think she's being underestimated right now.
She's
Okay,
not
good.
someone you put on your team for her fucking meta, bro. Let me tell you that
dude,
much.
I understand, like, her E delay is so bad, but I accidentally did something really cool with her and Kaleda yesterday where I broke swaps. I'm not even kidding you. Swap.
Yeah,
It just kept on going. And I don't know how the fuck
Uh-huh.
I did that. But Kaleda and
there's
Nicole
a-
did something.
there's a thing where you triggering the chain attacks or no?
Yeah, it was like chain. It was
Yeah.
instant. It just kept on happening.
So when there's multiple enemies around, her orb can like re-trigger a bunch of shit just because it hits so many times.
Yeah.
But outside of that, just to answer your question in like a really short manner, you said her skill, the orb that you shoot out, is like really slow.
Yeah,
What
when
if
you
I told
eat
you
it,
there's a
when
way
you
you can speed it up?
How?
Yeah. You do the secret 360 input, and then you can also do it in a combo. So you can dash attack and then immediately spin and let it go, and she'll do like the animation looks like she pulls the the suitcase? She pulls the suitcase out, the orb charges, and then she falls. And that's when like her legs are spread and she falls on her butt. And it shoots all the way up immediately and then falls down where the enemy is.
Okay,
you
so
can control the distance.
What are the inputs that I have to do that?
Spin your stick. Literally.
How do I do that on mouse?
Yeah, how do you do it on keyboard?
WASD.
Oh shit.
Really fast.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, so you're literally spinning. You're not spinning the camera.
Yeah, it's a no. You're spinning the input of her moving, not the camera.
Yeah, show me that.
so
Show me that
the
after
full
the Gacha
360.
because I want to see how to Borpa spin in real life. Okay, that's
I
awesome.
gotcha.
What are 3 characters you don't like?
Ben,
Big Gay Bear.
Corrin. I like Corrin's character, but I don't like Corrin's design.
Mhm.
And fuck, it's hard to say anybody else really. I think Piper's kind of cool. I'm not like into her like that. I just think she's got a cool design. Her and Lucy have really cool like punker designs or whatever. We'll go with Wise. I don't like Wise. I think they could have done a way better job at a main character for a male. He's my third. I don't like him. So
Okay. What about you, Fob?
Favorites: Ellen, Lycan, and
Sokaku?
no. What the fuck?
I thought you were just saying the best meta team. I thought you were like, oh yeah, I like these guys. Just
No. Wait. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not just saying aesthetics. Their gameplay, I'm including here because I think Lycan's gameplay is actually like, you don't just mash. If you mash with Lycan, you're not playing him right.
Yeah.
oh man, that's crazy. Did you say that you don't mash? What was that? Repeat that.
Yeah. But I'd say Ellen, because her gameplay is like probably the only thing that really carries ZZZ's gameplay for me. She's so much more fun to play than everybody else.
Have you played Grace?
Oh yeah,
better.
I
love
played
Grace.
Grace since a
Yeah,
million
I like
years ago in
Grace's
the
gameplay
betas as
too.
well. But
Yeah.
I actually don't like any of the ranged gameplay in the game, but that's just me. So Ellen, Lycan, and I'd probably say the last one is Rena, and then dislikes are Nekomata because I fucking hate her.
Actually, I have Grace. I was talking about Rena. I'm an idiot. But yeah, Grace is really fun.
I don't like Anton, and I don't like. What's the last one that I don't like?
Another man.
Oh yeah, Nicole.
Oh okay.
You
Why?
don't like Nicole?
Yeah, I think she's so vanilla and overhyped.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Thank
Defend
you,
your
man.
stance.
Hold on. Wait.
Defend your stance.
Why?
Defend your stance.
Unbelievable, dude.
Defend my
Unbelievable, bro.
stance.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we're attacking you right now. Why?
It's just preference, right?
I don't
Like,
care.
this doesn't-
Let's
No, this
hear
isn't
why.
preference anymore. Why?
I think
Yeah.
her gameplay is extremely boring. I think her auto attacks
Sure.
are some of the least like they're just she just fucking swings her briefcase around and
I agree with
fucking,
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's so boring.
But skip to the
Uh,
looks part.
Yeah, okay. Looks, I think she is literally just like she's just mid. She's not
It's the personality, though, man.
Okay.
It's the
No way.
personality
There's
as
no
well,
way.
you
There's
know?
no way.
Sure, her tits are big, her ass is big, but I think
Yeah.
her face is extremely mediocre. I think her hairstyle is extremely mediocre.
That's
I
crazy.
think-
Her
Nah.
eyebrows are weird.
Yeah, that too.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
it's
Whoa,
just
now we're judging on
generally
eyebrows,
her,
bro?
Her
Piper
her,
has
like,
weird
entire
eyebrows too.
design,
While we're mentioning it,
her entire design is just like pretty just average. You know?
All right,
I-
let's
I
just do a compare and contrast. Who's the not average here?
Yeah.
Who's
not
the hottest
average
girl for you?
character?
Who's the hottest character in
Hottest
the game?
character.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Nicole
Um,
is like the not hottest character.
it's
to you.
The
Ellen.
hottest
gotta be
character
Ellen.
in the game, including unreleased, is probably that shield chick we saw in that trailer.
No, because I don't know who the hell that. Who's the
Okay.
hell the shield chick,
So
Wait, now
good.
who's that? What the
How
fuck?
have you not watched the trailer?
bro?
Wait, when
Who's
was
the
this?
shield
Dropped
chick?
it.
Yeah, wait, when was this?
Is-
Have you guys not watched? Okay, let me. link
Character
it.
in game, Bob. Character in game. Do you think it's hot?
Yeah, in game.
All right, in
Playable.
game. Fuck.
Caesar.
I'll
Oh, I
probably-
know you're. Yeah, she's hot. I know
I'll
you're
probably
talking
say hottest in game. It's probably Rena, and then
right.
Ellen.
So big boobs,
then-
big butt.
about. Yeah, titties.
No, it's not just that. Rena's personality in her demo also.
Just
Time
her,
out.
just her
I
looks.
like-
Just her
What
looks.
what personality?
Oh, okay, just for looks. Okay, then I mean, yeah, Rena. Actually, Ellen might be first,
It's Ellen.
and
it's
then
gotta
Rena, because I
Okay.
love short hair.
Yeah, I
um,
feel that.
So you like children? Sorry.
I'm not going there.
We talk about this later. All right, yo, Box. With three,
Bro, why'd they have to do that?
3 characters you like, 3 characters you don't
Why?
like.
Why?
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody said Anby, bro. Fuck, I love Anby, bro. Anby's
Andy's
fucking
cool
sick.
as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, Anby.
Budget Riven.
Oh, you.
Bro, do you even
League
play
of
Riven?
Legends fucking brain rot, man.
Do you even play
Holy
Riven?
shit. Huh?
Yeah, I did
Okay,
last time, long time ago. Yeah.
Long
Oh, yeah.
time
What is
ago.
broken can be reforged. Yeah. Soldier 11 is basically Riven, but yeah, go for it.
Okay, all right, whatever, man. Second is the female MC. I think she's cool as fuck, man. I think top.
Yo.
She's top 2 or no top 3 MC, man. To be honest. And last one is Anton because he's literally Kami Nagurn Lagan.
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Respectable list. I like that.
And I hate
Unlike
everyone else.
Pop. You hate everyone. Everyone?
Well, not everyone else. I think you're just kind of bland.
It's crazy how much Bell completely clears male MC. Was it?
That's what, dude.
Why?
Exactly.
Why?
It's
I
so
think
Yeah,
Bell
stupid.
you know
is
what
so
sucks?
mediocre too.
If you play as Belle, you actually get to hear Belle talk less.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she becomes like the sub character in the story as opposed.
I'd rather
to,
look at Bell though while I'm playing her, so
Wait,
I took that
yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually think Bell looks really good?
Yeah, she does. Looks amazing.
I think as an MC, her
I
design
think
is
it-
really good.
I
Well,
think she
compared
gets
to compared
I
to
think she
other
literally
guy,
looks
you
like
know.
Xiangling.
What the fuck?
I don't know how
I
you
don't-
got.
I
Literally
don't
looks
see
like
that.
You know what's
Xiangling.
crazy?
I don't see that.
I understand how you think that.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
pisses me off, and I don't really like her that much. I mean, I will say she's way better than Wise because I think Wise straight up looks like
Dude,
they took
Wise-
fucking Kaoru from
So
Evangelion
bad.
and just
Wise is
put him
like
into
Sunday,
DCU.
dude. It's so polarized. Like just with Sunday
Yeah.
in HSR, people either hate his guts or love him. I've
love
seen people
Sunday.
fucking thirst over him. Like
He's awesome.
like he's like some. Yeah.
I
So
have
see,
seen none.
Tecto's thirsting
It's
for
his
him, and there's
voice.
others who hate him. Right? It's like so black and white with him. But a lot of people can say that Belle. Yeah, I mean her design's cool in my opinion.
I think
and,
right
people
now
people love Wise's voice. That's why.
I think right now my 3 favorite characters in HSR are Miyabi, Grace, and
HSR.
HSR means
He means
Oh
Zenless.
god.
he can't get it right to save his
Wait,
Been a
life.
long day, buddy. Been a
Dude,
long
I'm-
day.
First Wooba, now
Dude, he
HSR.
really
I've
is
been
Donald
live
Trump,
for
bro.
5 hours, man. I misspeak
That's
sometimes. Miyabi, Grace, and man, oh god, they're both so fucking hot. I think I actually prefer Ellen from a story perspective. I really like her little journey right now, and that song they put out for her was just so good. The Shark's gonna buy it.
She's so fun too.
Yeah, really fun to play. I'm hoping to learn that tech from EO, and then I think
Nice.
my 3 least favorite characters are any of a character that looks like a baby. Yeah, it's pretty much it. I just don't fuck with that shit, but I understand why they're in the game. But it's just annoying because it's annoying because it makes chat annoying, and I'm just like I'm good, I'm good. But
Miyabi is super cool.
Yeah.
yeah, Miyabi's dope. I do think her eyes are a little bit too far apart. She kind of looking like she got like no brain back there, but I do think she is super adorable with the cuts.
She's like a hammerhead shark.
yeah, she is like a hammerhead shark.
Have you
Wait,
seen
that-
Jade?
have you ever
Jade.
seen? Oh no, that
Bro,
just,
Jade's eyes are like.
that's because she has.
Dude,
big
yeah,
eyes.
that's so
that's
weird
because of
looking,
her.
man.
That's because of her pupils, not because her
Oh,
eyes
is
are
it?
actually far
Oh,
apart.
okay.
It still looks weird,
Have
though,
you
man.
seen Rosaria in Genshin? She literally looks like Sid the Sloth. If you really just like,
Oh,
look.
Rosaria's so
God
fine,
damn.
bro. I'll be real. If she has
she's
a face,
fine, but if you look at her face, her eyes are like.
Her eyes in particular, yeah, they're fairly.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
never seen
they're,
her
uh,
eyes a single time, man.
because he's
I-
looking everywhere
okay.
else.
Straight up. I mean, those were fucking insane when they first came out. If there's not anything else, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we leave?
I actually have a question.
Go ahead,
Because you guys are all mentioning Ellen and like Ellen's gameplay and like it's the best. If more characters in Zenless, either now or in the future, had gameplay type of or gameplay like mechanics similar to Ellen, where there are other inputs or things that you have to do in order to get to the access or get to whatever it is that you want, would you enjoy the game's combat more?
Yes.
I think it's not dependent on the unit, but depend on the environment. And right now, if they make more units with this kind of mechanics, but there's no environment to use them in, then it doesn't matter.
True.
Well, let's say that
That's true,
happens
yeah.
along the way as well, right? Like if they
Oh,
were
then that's
to-
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if they don't introduce units that have these mechanics, if they have an environment that force players to like get good, that's really good enough for me. So yeah.
Okay.
True. Real and true.
I don't have Ellen, so I don't know.
Poor
hoping you get
Lamau.
it.
I don't know how to
She's
compare
really
without
fun.
it. Yeah.
Hoping
I
you get
think
her.
Ellen literally plays like Gwen from League of Legends, and she's.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, you're
Yes.
right, yeah.
Snip, snip.
Do she?
Yeah.
that
Gwen?
She just has spell shield.
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, like Gwen has that you max stacks and you want to use your Q to get
Yeah.
the scissors, right? It's like Ellen
No,
heavy
attacks.
attacking off
Did
of
you
dash.
did you know that Gwen is actually based off of my co-host in Steak and Eggs Emeru? Did you guys know that?
I knew
No, there's
Yeah.
a YouTube video of Gwen's gigantic Fudacock on YouTube, still not
What the
unlisted.
Yeah, he's
What the
right.
fuck?
He's right.
For some
He's right.
reason,
How do you know
it has
this?
over 300,000 views.
It's
and
not even
YouTube
age restricted.
Still
not removed it. You
Holy
said
shit.
I
What the hell is a
I don't-
food cock?
I don't believe unless I
What a
see it.
nightmare.
I
Yo,
don't believe
send it in the
unless I
chat.
see
Send it in the
bro.
chat.
Let me find
No,
out.
you just said
Okay,
it.
guys.
No,
Hey,
no,
guys.
Discord, send it in Discord.
It's
Send it in Discord,
been
send it in Discord.
fun,
Discord
guys.
chat.
It's been
Discord
fun. Hey,
Nice hoodie, Mr. Poke. I love your hoodie, man. Did you go to the gym with that?
Yeah, thank you, Box Fob, EO, Kush, Pokey, Muujin, Shinya for being here. If you want to go follow any of their channels, it'll be a link in the description. Appreciate you guys running another Gacha. Make sure to leave a comment on what you think. Make sure to leave a like if you're still here and subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. Anyways, we're out. Go follow all of them. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Peace.
Cool. Yo, EO, can you show me that shit?
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Cool. Peace.
Go eat.
You want me to turn the game on right now?
You guys.
Yeah, boot it up. I want to see it.
I got you. Hold on.
Good yapping.
Let me,
Send the food a cock too.
Yeah.
Insane. All right.
Insane. Hey, Mr. Pug, why you up?
He left.
Oh, okay,
he
good.
left immediately. He said, "Fuck this guy."
No, good.
boy going to
He'll-
sleep.
Yeah, he'll be raiding me in the next 30 seconds, I'm sure. Yo, Chad, was
he'll
there
be
any
raiding me,
question
bro.
that you wanted to ask that wasn't answered, guys?
Bro,
Also, we're not pulling up the Gwen Fudakak on stream, guys. I'm good. Okay. All right, let's see this shit, man. Damn.
And we wait for long download. I don't know. You like Nicole's or like, are you using Nicole just because you have to, or are you genuinely like trying to like play with her?
Oh, I just fuck with her like that. Like, if I can find a way to make her good, I'm definitely gonna use her on more teams.
Gotcha.
Like, I already have her built and everything.
Who are you using for your team right now?
I was using Coleto and Nicole and Grace.
Okay.
I also
Nicole,
something that I wish we would have talked
Coletta,
about is I'm really glad this game has like fucking no healers. I really like how when you take damage, like you need to find an affix in the roguelike to heal. Because if they just make a healer, I feel like it's actually really gonna trivialize the game.
Yeah, I think that's what's funny is like even with the mashy and you can just kind of go through everything.
Yeah.
I've noticed that people are only saying that with the story. No one's actually talking about Hollow Zero and like whether or not you can mash to get away with it.
Yeah, by the
'cause
way,
they're just not playing it.
Do you have my chat pulled up right now?
Yeah.
Can you take care of them while I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I got
All right,
you.
chat. EO's in charge.
All right, guys, what do you guys want to talk about? What's going on? Said fuck healers. I respect it. I don't know why ZZZ's loading screen takes so long, man. They got a lot of assets to pull up, you know? God damn, y'all moving fast, bro. Wait a minute. Hi, who called me Unk, bro? Ban.
Wait, did EO die? Oh shit. Chat, EO died. I'm taking care of you now. EO lost power. Okay. All right, chat. What's going on, guys? I got you. Daddy Shinny will take care of you guys. Pokey Raiders. Hello, welcome, Pokey Raiders. And whatever Tectone says. Hello, welcome. That MTash backdrop had you crying. I think you mean do you mean this one? We gotta showcase that again for a little bit here. Do you know about the anomaly shields? I do not know. what's your guys' take on ZZZ? I know generally speaking, Techie's chat absolutely hates it, but on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys give ZZZ? Just on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me see at 1 to 10s in chat. I'm very curious. 6-4, 6-5, 5-4. Welcome back, EO.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm actually surprised to see a lot of like higher end numbers for people actually caring about ZZZ.
Yeah, like it's weird that so many people are against it, or I guess like anti ZZZ, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of interest in it.
yeah, 100%. It's very polarizing too. The community seems like it's very rarely like a 5 to like 6 or 7. It's like either like they love it or they hate it.
Mm-hmm. Come on, PlayStation. What are you doing?
Oh, you're playing it on your portal. That's why it crashed, huh?
No. I'm playing it on the PS5.
Yeah.
But it
Oh,
won't,
yo, shit in your back, Pog.
Well, yeah, EO crashed, so I had to step in and take care of chat.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I appreciate. I was wondering why you left to begin with. Yo, what's behind you, man? Yeah,
I don't know how that got there actually. What is that?
that is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. All right, let's see. Ian, let me know whenever you're ready.
I got you. I'm booting it back up.
Yeah, take your time. Also, absolutely no rush whatsoever.
Also, the only reason I'm left, like, I technically started work 15 minutes ago, so
Wait,
You work from home. I forgot about that.
I do work from home.
Nice.
One of my-
EO,
That's a
how
banger.
How do you feel about anomaly shields?
I think that's a good mechanic that they should force more in outside of like just that particular mode. I think it's in Shield Defense.
So
They should force it more in other modes.
with the presence of anomaly shields, doesn't that also mean that Nicole's kind of like a must build for endgame content, or no?
Not specific. Yeah, like for as long as Ether would be a thing,
Yeah.
she would be that must build. But I think overall they should add more things or mechanics in the game that force players to be aware of what they're putting on a team and why they're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I have some. Oh, yo, by the way, chat. Yo, thank you for the energy during Gacha Cast. You guys were fucking great. Very, very, very good chat today, guys. Very, very, very good.
I mean, post, the debate, it was good.
I thought
Your
they were
chat was
actually.
nightmare.
No, that was brigading 100%.
Oh, sure. Fair.
There
To be
was
fair,
a
you're right.
there was a couple of my chatters because I saw like even like a 36-month sub say like, oh, El Tectone, but he came around later. I keep tabs on all that, but also the reality is that MTOsh lost a fuck ton of follows and I didn't, so like I'm fine. Yeah, I don't really care. It is what it is. Yeah, but I don't even feel like talking about it. I'm gonna show a couple more clips and then I'm pretty much gonna move on from the subject, to be honest.
Gotcha.
feel you.
It's almost booted back up. We're at 50%.
Nice chips. Yeah, no rush. It's actually just kind of nice being able to chill here and just not talk. I'm not gonna lie. I've been talking a lot today, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, bro. Your chat was zooming earlier. As soon as you left,
Oh, they love staying high.
I can leave again.
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
I'm
couldn't keep
super
up.
down.
That was the first time
Yeah.
I'd seen that. They were like, "Hi, EO," and then just a flood of text. I'm like, "Bro,
That's what they'll do, man. That's why people enjoy being on my stream, because my chat is very nice to people. It makes me very happy how welcoming of a chat I have. I also do. How is EO getting past this without Nicole? What is this? Ether Team 40. I don't know what the fuck this is. Stable Node 7th Frontier.
I
Ether-
will look at that as well."
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is, to be honest.
Oh, for stage 7. So you swap it. Well, I guess you don't really swap it, but so you know how people are saying that Ellen's best team are like only. I won't say only. Her best team is like what, Salkaku and Lycan.
Yeah.
You don't need Salkaku, and you also don't need Lycan. Like they're really good and they really help out.
Yeah.
But you could just swap out Salkaku for Ellen, and then the team would perform the same.
Okay, fuck it.
But you don't need Ether on that one unless it has that shield, which I don't. Is that one the one that has the anomaly shield? Sarah?
Yeah. Also,
Okay, well,
Cushball,
then-
thank you for the raid, and Mod, shout out Cushball. He was an amazing guest on Gacha Cast, and feel free to shout him out. There was a lot of creators who I really wanted to get on this episode, but it was very, very, very packed. I really wanted to have V on this podcast, but yeah, there was just a lot of fucking people trying to get on. There was over 22 people. I had to settle with 7. It was fucking brutal. But yeah, we'll try to get more different people in the next podcast. But yeah, Apologies for anybody who wanted to talk, but there will always be another Gacha cast. Absolutely.
Here we go. All right, so now I got it booted back up, and I'll just take you to training mode and then show you what I'm talking about.
Why wasn't Hex there? Because she's been live on her stream for the past hour and 12 minutes running down MTash. She's been on a fucking tangent the whole time, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Feel free to go check out Hex Juice right now and say hi. Yeah.
Hi, chat. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here we go. I'm
Let me
ready.
know when you're looking.
I'm
All right,
ready.
Cool. So she has 2 different ways of going about it, which will be, I guess he doesn't matter who's there. Boom, boom. You have to have energy, so that is going to be like a factor in a lot of the things. But
Yeah.
ideally, what you're doing, you can do it from just holding basic attack or pressing the skill button, right? So if it's easier for you to press triangle or E, I think is what it's on keyboard, you just spin her around. So it's literally gonna look like this, right?
Yeah.
So all you're doing is pressing the button and spin, and it's not as fast as you might think it has to be.
Yeah.
You just need to basically do it while she has that orb, and then you're done. So like I could hold the orb forever, and well, not obviously forever, but I could hold the orb, and as long as I spin it before it goes away, I can do the rotation or do the input, and she'll pop it off. Now to do this one, where it's as fast, you have to just don't hold triangle anymore. You let it go. But if I wanted to do this one and hold it, I can pop it off and let it go. And so that's like the slower version, but it's stronger because the orb is here. You're pulling in everybody. And the cool thing about Nicole that, again, this is like stuff they just don't put in the game. She's fully invulnerable while she's doing that. So if you're getting stomped, if you're getting stomped on or anything like that, and you just don't want to deal with whatever it is, just hold it.
Okay, wait. So do an attack combo and then do the E as smoothly as possible.
Gotcha. So essentially, you can do it from dashing and to hold, and then let it go, or you can.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and it really works out for like I guess it's easier if you do it from, let's say, from here. All of her orbs can do a quick assist.
Yeah.
So if you're way back here,
yeah,
and now I'm already in, I don't have to run and chase them down from wherever they are. And so that's what makes Nicole and other support characters that have long range attacks really good. You guys said it's laggy. I can swap to my PC.
No, you're all good. I'm gonna do it on my gameplay. Let's just figure it out.
Okay. So when you're going for like inside of the game, it's easier to get it out of the spin move.
Yeah.
Because then she'll just do it. And if you don't want it to shoot up, you just hold it. And it sucks them in. And then you swap in and get that. She has a quick dodge. Now I have all of those. You repeat the process. You get another quick assist from that. And then you start whatever it is that you want to do.
Okay. All right, fuck it. All right, I'm gonna try that shit right now. Well, yo, EO, Sheena, thanks for talking, bros.
Yeah,
no problema.
All right, peace, boys.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, great.